Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch along. Today, I'm obviously Liam is at the game, so he won't be able to join us. I'm getting out of the way now. Gary's got family stuff he's got to do, so he won't be joined. But we are going to be joined by a special guest. He's a neutral, but he will want Arsenal to win, so don't worry about that. Tom will be with us very, very soon. Mr. Tom. As soon as he's backstage, I'll bring him into the stream, get his thoughts, and also get his thoughts on it, not only before this game, obviously ahead of this game, but also being as a Leeds fan and just drew 0-0 against Brentford, get his thoughts on them as well. But yeah, we are live, and it is the big one now. This was for me, even before the World Cup, the standpoint of assessing where Arsenal are in terms of our rest of our season from after final whistle today. When basically full time. I've always said I will make my calls and my judgments on how the season will play out for us from a full-time whistle today. And again, I'm excited. I'm buzzing for it. I'm absolutely buzzing. We've got a new signing. He's on the bench. I'm going to see him on the screen very, very soon, so do bear with me on that. But spoilers, he is on the bench. Cesc Fabregas has travelled over from Italy to be a pundit on Sky, apparently, for this game. Okay, got Roy Keane and for some reason Jamie Redknapp, who's no connection to this game whatsoever, but hey. But it is what it is. Got BX, by the way. And just to let you know, Tom did get your stuff for you, by the way, from today's Got the Programme and the scarf for you. What the hell is Roy Keane doing? He's just shaved it off. It looks weird. Got Mr. Bungle in the chat. Got Stefan in the chat. So we've got BX first. Buffering, behave yourself, Stefan. We've got Mr. Bungle. Arsenal. Mr. Bungle's put his score prediction already. He's going for a 3-1 Arsenal win. I had a vision. I hope it's a very good one. Obviously, I mean, it comes true. If we win today, because obviously, if anyone doesn't know, Man City have played again today. They've played since last weekend. We went 8 points clear, or whatever it was. They've played twice. We've played nothing, no game since last Sunday's triumph against Tottenham. They've played twice and won both games. Got to give it. I mean, this one was both games were handled on the play. Don't go anyone says. Tottenham things realising they helped us out in the second half. Thought, no, what you have to win Man City, and then Wolves today just. I wasn't expecting anything from Wolves anyway going to this sort of fixtures this month. But it now puts the pressure back on Arsenal because with City's win today, they are now before kickoff 2 points behind us in the table. So we realistically, it draws okay, but we have to win to get the 5-point buffer again. Give ourselves that cushion again. We have to win. No if, buts, or maybes. We're at home. We've got no suspensions. We've got no injuries. As I mentioned, we've got Trossard in the match day squad as well. And brand new signing we bought on Friday. Sorry. Whereas Man United, they're missing their best player in midfield in Casemiro. He basically Man United played Crystal Palace midweek. He was on 4 bookings going into the game. Had to avoid it. Didn't avoid it. Got booked. So he is out of the game. So that benefits us, and then they've put McTominay in his place instead, which will be piss easy because it's another thing I'll get into all the teams actually that's really irked me. Is like, Ten Hag going, we beat United, we beat Arsenal back at the start of the season without Casemiro, we can do it again. We didn't have fucking Thomas Partey for that game. Any Arsenal fan or neutral fan remembers rightly, we didn't have Casemiro. Not Casemiro, we didn't have Thomas Partey, sorry. We did not have Thomas Partey. We had Sam Lokonga and Xhaka as the midfield pivot. Partey, I think they had a bit of a niggle. They didn't want to risk it. So we didn't have Partey. We've got Partey now. And he's on it, along with Xhaka, along with Odegaard. So they can stick with what they want outside of Casemiro on our midfield. We are going to blitz them in that side of things. We've just got to, player-wise, players have just got to switch off with the result that's come in now from Manchester, from Man City side of things. Acknowledge it, but don't overthink it. Just okay, that's what's happened. We know what we've got to do. We just keep winning. They've got to keep chasing. That's what we've got to do. Back and forth. Just seeing how final the night finished 1-1, Stefan. Got Russ in the chat. Good evening. Good evening. Even though it's technically afternoon, technically still. I want to know, by the way, as I bring Tom in a minute, how is it? It's broad daylight and it's pitch black where he is. Harnan is a machine. It helps when you've got like De Bruyne helping you out in midfield and the ball just constantly went, oh, we're just going to attack. We won't defend. Fuck it. Fuck defending. We're just attack today. But I'm going to put the teams up first, or D team, Arsenal's team up first, and then bring Tom in as well. How are we doing, Tom? What happened with your game today?
Greetings. Hello, everyone. Well, yeah, I mean, not ideal. I mean, it could have gone worse, could have gone a lot better. So basically, a clean sheet, which you got more chance of winning the lottery than Leeds getting a clean sheet, really. But
especially when
better
you
check my numbers from last night,
really. Especially when you've got was it Cardiff midweek? You were 5-0 up and then conceded 2 goals when you were 5-0 up.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? I mean,
oh dear, but one plus, so the major plus you can take away is not just a point, but a clean sheet, as you say. You didn't concede anything. But yeah,
the disappointing aspect of it was just at the facts of it is we had 6 shots on target and Brentford had none, and the score was 0-0.
Oh God. Okay, I didn't know it was that bad.
No, basically, to describe the game in a nutshell, Leeds did what they usually do: attack. Brentford were like, we're going to play a back three and a 5-man midfield, but essentially we're going to play an 8-man defence, compact. A lot of people, like, if they did this to you and it finished 0-0, it's basically what Newcastle did to you at the Emirates. You'd be furious, but it's their right to do that because their plan was we're going to get 1 shot on goal and we've got to score it. They didn't get that shot on goal, but I don't know. I mean, ultimately, it could turn out to be a good point.
Yeah, I said to you guys, like yourself and everyone in the chat last night for the Match of the Day stream, I think Leeds will be fine. They won't get relegated. There's a few worse teams in the league than Leeds. It's just down to getting the points on the board here when you can. And obviously, as you say, take your chances and actually score. That's it. That is the thing. I mean, it's clear that Bamford isn't part of March's plans going forward. He's bringing in these new young strikers in. Bamford's always on the bench now, which is bizarre.
That's more because he's been injured for a year, though. And every time we brought him back, he'd get injured. So I don't think we would bring him back and then start him, and then he'd end up coming off injured. So I think they're going the opposite route of we're going to play you at the end of games.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh dear, but yeah, as I say, I think Leeds will be fine. Come May, they'll be fine. They'll be around mid-table-ish, give or take.
I hope so.
As I said, I think there's a lot worse teams in this league in terms of squad in general.
The issue though is going forward, we're very good, but in the Premier League, you need to be great, and we're not great. We don't have what your team have, like the little bit extra, the bit of we have it in spurts, but not often. Basically, our league position tells you how often. Yeah, it tells you how often we actually have that bit extra to unlock an 8-man low block, which we don't. What annoyed me about it, not that Brentford did it, was the fact that they did it in a compact, central way. But then we didn't make the decision to start playing the ball out wide. We were still going through the middle. And I'm sitting there like, I can see it and I'm watching on TV. You're literally in it and you are still playing the ball through the middle. But I thought we had Stevie Wonder up front. Like, he couldn't see them what they were tactically doing. I couldn't believe it.
Bloody hell.
Sorry, Stevie, if you're watching this. I know you are, obviously.
That'll be newsworthy if he was watching, put it that way. But yeah, go. You never
we've got
know
LL Cool J. We've got celebrity fans, I tell you.
We've got Jackie Chan, one of our celebrity fans. But yeah, in terms of this game, what are your thoughts on this? Obviously, no Casemiro, as I mentioned before. McTominay's coming to fill his spot. We've got Trossard on the bench, which I expected. My brother didn't. He thought he had to start. I don't know, because if it was only in a week and we got Trossard, I thought, mate, you'll be more chance. But the fact you got him on Friday, not enough time on the training picture and all that, just get him literally on the bench and his options. Again, this is the question after the Newcastle game, that he felt he didn't have options, or he didn't want to play the options he had because it was weak. If it had gone for Arsenal, we got a win against Newcastle by bringing a Fabio Vieira on or whoever, he would have weakened his hand, basically. But no, I'm happy. Again, I'm happy. I'm happy to line
Chris Moss, he wrote McTom versus Odegaard, right? Now, I know he means McTominay, but I misread it at first and thought Mr. Tom versus Odegaard. And I'm thinking, I've got no beef with Odegaard. I was like, I've said nothing about him. He's doing well. I mean, he's playing well. I'll say he's doing well. It's fine. It's fine. But, sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I know it is what it is. As I was saying, I'm happy with the 11 anyway. It's our strongest 11 anyway. It's the 11 that's got us to this point where even though Man City won, they're still top of the league. If we win today, we're back to 5 points clear again. We still have that buffer if we win today. Obviously, Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka. And I was just saying before you came along, what was really annoying me since Man United played Palace and they knew Casemiro was out, this whole thing of Ten Hag going, we beat Man United. We beat Arsenal without Casemiro back in September. Okay, but we didn't have Partey for that game. We had Sambi Conga and Xhaka as our midfield. Or was it El Neni? Either way, now we've got our strongest midfield. So what's it sort of counterfacts their argument? And I think today, if we keep straight from the off, put it on Bruno. By the way, put it on Bruno. Make him know he's in the game. Can't take him out of the game there, and then Rashford gets no supply then, and then Weghorst is obviously starting as well. But Rashford he's been the player in form for United this season. Take Bruno out, you take Rashford out of the game as well. That's half the battle won, and we know this season how this season's gone with Arsenal. Do the smart things at the back. Going forward ain't gonna be a problem for us. We will take our chances eventually in the games.
Well, the first thought that in my head when you said what Mr. Ten Hag said about we beat Arsenal without Casemiro. So my response to that would have been, well, Arsenal were the only team you did beat around that time.
There's that as well.
Because everyone else was battering you.
Yeah, and look what happened.
I mean, that's why you're going.
And also look how we reacted to that defeat as a club. We went, okay, and like last few years, when we had a defeat before, it hurts us for 2-3 league games, especially last season. We had that defeat, and then we went, okay, dust ourselves down, went into Europe, won, and continued it into the league, and we've got on this massive streak where no one's come near us apart from Newcastle, and that was a 0-0 draw. And even then, they governed us really in an attacking sense. So, breaking news for the women. So I was meant to be doing 2 streams tonight. I won't be doing 2 streams. Brighton Hove Albion women versus Arsenal has been postponed. Fantastic, because of the weather.
You got a night off.
Woo! So I can fully focus, guys, on this game. No stressing, no worrying about ending one and starting another, and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I mean, obviously, as I say, we all know you're a loser and you're neutral. I'm hoping you want Arsenal to win and not Man United.
I'm not neutral. Not on this one. No neutral on this one.
Come on, who are you backing? Just shock me. Please shock me.
Well, no, it's fun. It's funny you should say that, because for me, the ideal incident would be that just Man United find a way to lose and lose heavily. It'd be quite nice. I mean, because imagine I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you here. I don't like Manchester United. Okay,
Really?
I'm not a fan. No. But I'm gonna. That will shock you more than finding out that Erling Haaland scored 3 goals in a football match.
True.
Because I was stunned when when I found out that he got his 4th hat trick of the season. Alan Shearer's currently the record holder on 5 in the season, yeah. And Erling Haaland has already got a total of goals that would have won the Golden Boot last season.
Yeah.
Imagine my surprise.
Shock horror, especially when you've got lots of De Bruyne, Gundogan, and whoever else in midfield for City, all that amazing talent. Mahrez. You would never have thought this would happen, would you?
No. They've worked. They've. I actually think Leicester winning the Premier League was less shocking. Now, what I will say, what I will say, in all fairness, is, Erling Haaland fighting against the odds to score goals. I mean, legend has it he was born out of a test tube where they were just trying to put together the perfect goal scorer, and he appeared. I mean, they did that science experiment in Leeds, because we're weird like that. We breed strikers that don't even play for us.
Oh dear,
the problem with Haaland, the problem with Haaland, it's the only problem with Haaland, is he could get 40 goals, but then that means Man City are going to get 46 goals because they funnel the ball to him to an obvious extent. So if he doesn't score, they don't win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong, he's going to score more often than not. Like that, I'm not going to try and claim that they're not going to win things because they've got Haaland. Quite the opposite. But they've got to find a way now of getting goals to the other 4 players around him.
Yeah.
Because they've lost goals because that hasn't happened. Or lost games, sorry.
Yeah, lost games. They've dropped. Not even lost. They've lost games. They've dropped points at home as well, especially at home this season. Man City against teams they should never. I mean, we covered it last night. Everton in the match of the day stream. The only point they've picked up in 7 games was away to City. Every other game they've lost in between and after. Brentford at home struggled, and even though they were attacking, they were still struggling to break Brentford down at home.
Yeah.
And Brentford counter-attacked and scored a winner. Almost dropped points to Fulham if it weren't for a dodgy goalkeeping from Leno. A dodgy penalty.
Not losing at home to Brentford is not for every team, obviously.
I know. But yeah, here we are. Here Arsenal are the best home record, best away record, top of the league, and we're going, no, Man City will catch you guys still. Don't worry. So we're just enjoying it for what it is. We're not getting carried away.
Exactly. I mean, you are in the position now where you are the bookie favourite, which you wasn't until like the last week or so. There was still the assumption you were going to get caught. And to be fair, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are operating under that assumption because of the fact is this is your first title race for, at least 10 years, really? Maybe?
Yeah.
Because as much as you finished second to Leicester, but really the title race was Leicester and Tottenham.
It was Leicester and Tottenham just fell apart after they did.
You finished second because once Tottenham couldn't win the league, they lost every game, and then you overtook them. So So what a lot of people don't realise is, although you finished second, you weren't in that title race at all.
No.
I mean, still, everyone else was rubbish as well. I mean, well, you weren't rubbish.
Chelsea, everyone was that season.
That was the thing. That was the key thing as to why that Leicester team won. Is because although they lost to Arsenal twice, they beat everyone else in the Big Six. Whereas you probably didn't beat everyone else in the Big Six. And that's why they won it and you didn't. Same with Tottenham. Because you all took points off each other, while Leicester went, we're going to win at Manchester City, we're going to beat Chelsea at home, get Mourinho sacked, we're going to beat Liverpool at home, we're going to beat Man United at home. That all added up. That's why they won it.
Yeah, and that's hence why we were the only team to take max even more. We're the only team take 6 points off them, let alone obviously,
Yeah.
even if we hadn't beaten them back to back, we'd have still took maximum most points off them in 3 points.
Yeah.
Than anyone else that season. But it's a similar feel this season for Arsenal in terms of week by week, game by game, we're just going about our business. We're not worrying about anyone else. Even though competition is obviously stronger with City and Haaland, and we'll kick back waxing lyrical about that. But we're just playing with. Well, we've got nothing to lose. Every week, we're the team that got nothing to lose out of two. We're going to keep doing our thing. Talking of which, Ferguson and Beckham at the and Brooklyn, David's son at the Arsenal game.
Can't everything be perfect? Can I just say a quick hello to my boys, BX, Colonel Ward is here, Russell,
on the stoop.
Russ, who makes generous usage of my WWE Network password. I'm generous like that. You got to pay it. You got to pay these things forward, right? My close personal friend Lolo has made an appearance. Go on, son. Who else we got? Stefan, obviously, BX, the gang, the crew, the Tomiverse, they're all here. Anyway, greetings. So I didn't want to think, yeah, Tom's big time in us now. Like he's live on YouTube. He's not gonna acknowledge the comment section. Consider yourself acknowledged. Just sorry, I'm rambling, all right? Yeah, but yes, yeah. So, what game are we watching today, everyone? Because it's Arsenal. You get? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Arsenal seriously playing Man United now in 5 minutes' time. Sorry, yeah. As an Arsenal fan, I feel like the gambler playing the same slot machine for 20 years. Okay, then. Actually, it's funny to say that, though, because, like, being a Leeds fan, it feels like you're ice skating uphill consistently. You know Leeds did well because Colonel Wolf isn't insulting us. But wow, Bungle, I would have said that there are some things you keep to yourself, but that's pretty mild for you, if I'm being honest, from what I've seen. So, plus, I may have done the same when Willie Nonto scored against Cardiff in midweek. And I was at work in front of people at the same time, so double awkward. Watched 3 old Man U Arsenal matches from the 90s and early 2000s yesterday. Let me guess, it would have been the 3-2 game at Highbury. I think David Platt scores the winner. Maybe the one where you won at Old Trafford with Mark Overmars, and early 2000s. You win 1-0, I believe Thierry Henry flicks the ball up and then like volleys it into the top of the goal. Something like that. I mean, could be worse. I don't know. I remember far too much Arsenal things, if we're being honest. But my favourite Arsenal thing to remember is a particular match that happened in May 2003. One where Leeds scored in the first minute and the last minute. And I'm probably not going to be allowed back on air after saying these things, so I'm just going to keep going. And then we also beat the 1-0 with a goal from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. That was a beautiful Monday night football. We're also undefeated against Arsenal in the cup finals. I think we played in 2 of them, 1-2. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, sorry. Everyone's just going to protest this. I mean, really, you need Ryan to come back, because I'm just going to start saying all my favourite memories where we actually beat you, because there's not that many. But I'm just going to keep, firing out the the rare wins, like the one where Leeds had 9 men at Highbury in 2001, and we still won 2-1. I mean, that was a great afternoon early in the 2001-2002 season. I know you went on to win the league, but beating Arsenal at Highbury, winning the league. I know what I'd choose. Well, no, I'd probably choose winning the league, but you know, I didn't really get that choice. So it's just football, isn't it? Yeah. So, seen any good movies recently?
Let's go.
That's always a good one to throw out in the join of some. Just,
Right. Oh dear, one
they've
second.
always seen a movie recently. Just saying. Yeah, sorry, I was entertaining your audience with tales of Leeds wins from the past.
Oh god, not many then.
One hand you can do it on, but excellent. You're back. Do bear with me a second. I just got to get some food because I forgot to cook my food while I was watching the Leeds game, unsurprisingly. So do bear with me. I will return in 56.8 seconds.
I hope so. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. Together, whatever the weather, through the storm. And United are getting us underway as well, the bastards. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. No, don't fucking throw away the achievements of this season up to this point over this game. Do not throw it away. Come on. Don't let City walk it now. Don't prove going never right. Come on. And we're off. Come on. Arsenal. Arsenal. Go on. Go on. Win the battle. Win the battle. Well done. Has Martinez got an injury to his head or something? Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Squeeze them out. Don't look away from him. Come on, come on. Well done, other guy. Well done, Partey. Well, go on, Partey. Go on. Go on, Eddie. Xhaka to Martinelli. Come on. Take him on. Corner. Good start. Good start. Come on, lads. Yeah, we Gunnar Eagle. We are 52 seconds in. I'm watching it live. Colonel says, I want 8 revenge of 2012, mate. If we get 8 against this United team in the form they're in, we win in the league. That's all I'm saying if we do that. Oh, that's
Greetings.
poor.
Cool. So who's playing today?
Well, you're the enemy for you and Arsenal. At Arsenal.
I'll tell you what. I bet a lot. Only you and one of your audience knows. I was at the Emirates this lunchtime, and
Yeah, go on.
I was purchasing an item for BX Gunner because he requested it, and he every time the guy was saying it was like, oh yeah, no, we get 3 points today. And normally I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd go, I don't support Arsenal, mate. That's what I'd normally do. I'd go, no, I don't care who wins. This is just I'm just buying this for someone else. But because it was Man United, because it was Manchester United, I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I do hope you win. In fact, I hope you spank them.
Started off well so far. 2.5 minutes in, we're creating the chances. We are creating the chances. Even Partey almost scored there. I mean, inside the box.
You know, Colonel's in a good mood because he's been saying nice things about Leeds.
Yeah. For once, yeah.
Yeah. I think he's been hacked again, if I'm being honest.
I'll say now. That's gone.
I do like the Emirates, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, once it'll look even better outside once the new artwork's up as well. Because
It does look a bit
old school bland.
I don't want to say old. Yeah, I don't want to say old because it's obviously not. I mean,
Yeah,
Enham Road's like 100 years older, but
yeah,
the fact is, considering you've built a modern stadium,
it doesn't look it,
looks
does it?
outdated compared to like Tottenham and like what
Yeah.
Everton are planning, and Everton are going to have the greatest stadium the Championship has ever seen.
Possibly even League One at this point.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Mate, they're just poor. I mean, the goals they conceded yesterday, it's like worst. It was worse defending than watching Burnley defend last year, and that's saying something. Go on, Martinelli. Go on, take him on. Take him on. Take on that old Palace traitor. Go on. Support. Oh, I think it's too easy for him.
A lot of your things outside the stadium look really good. Like
Yeah,
the
just the stadium itself.
statues are fantastic. Like they actually look like what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah,
they're
not like bloody what was it, Man City's Aguero. You seen that?
The worst one is Ronaldo. The Ronaldo one, where it's not such a statue, is it? It's like a bronze
head,
bust,
wasn't it? The head of him,
yeah. It looks like the head from
Art Attack.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly right. And it's like I imagine Ronaldo saw it, and I'm guessing he's never seen Art Attack in his life, but he saw it and just instantly knew. Did I commission someone that doesn't like me to make this? Because I was embarrassed for him.
Colonel saying we should extend it and put lights all over the stadium like Bayern Munich. Well, the thing was, the initial plans were, in terms of making it look more modernised to what it does at the moment, the plans were, in terms of the artwork, for it to be digitalised. So basically, it'd be like light up at night and this, that, and the other. And the local council went no. It's not fair to the people that live in and around the area. It'd be too bright, even though you could. There's ways, technology-wise, you can dim it down at certain points at night.
Yeah.
They were totally against it.
To be fair to Arsenal, and this is what I'm going to say, your club has incredible foresight. But the fact you did not do that saved you a lot of money, because you would have needed to get in the Champions League for 10 years in a row just to pay the electric bill with the prices these days.
Yeah.
Because I imagine lighting an entire stadium in 2023 isn't cheap.
No, probably not. Oh my God!
Well, I
know. You cannot give that. Do not give that. He fucking jumped in. He literally fell into Ramsdale. Did nothing. Ramsdale's going for the ball, and Bruno just froze. It comes out of nowhere and throws off against Ramsdale and goes down. If that's given, I'm going to be livid.
Nah, goalkeepers are protected like Messi.
Not well, mostly, but you forget this is Arsenal talking about with the referees and all that. Nemeth is in the chat. Big up Nemeth as well. He just joined us.
Nemeth, another of my close personal friends.
Yeah, the one thing I don't in this game, going back to this game, one thing I don't want is Arsenal to do what they did at Newcastle: start off well in the phases and then just die off in the game. And just go for the motions, basically.
I think the Newcastle game was a learning experience. Like, not every team's going to set up in a way that's friendly to your attackers.
Yeah.
Because although I don't think people purposely mean to have the arrogance, but a lot of the reaction was very much you weren't saying it weren't being directly said, but it was implied. It was like you were upset Newcastle didn't let you win, basically.
No.
It was like, how dare they play back? Like I'm saying about Brentford. They have every right to turn up and try and nick a 1-0 win.
For me personally, it was more of a, how could I put it? They came and they didn't attack us really at all, even when they had opportunities. And how basically pretty much that entire first half was on that game, Trippier in the gang or getting in the ref's face. Literally, what was it? Dan Burn committed a foul. Clear as day, committed a foul. Got called up for it. Turned around and told the referee to F off, where to go. Nothing's been done about that. But we, at the end of a game, were appealing for a penalty. We've been fined for it, 40 grand. A week later, we've been fined again, another 40 grand for the Oxford game. But it's just a consistency that's what does my head in. Yeah, good. Well done, De Gea. Great goal kick. I don't know if you're watching it, but yeah, it was a ball played back to him, went to clear it, he just sliced it and gone out for a throw.
I tried to get Sky Go to work so I could have the match on my phone, but there's an error, and like it's one of those where I have to email them to fix the error. But the reality is that doesn't help me now. Otherwise, I'd be watching it. So when they fix it for me tomorrow, I'll be great. I'll be like, great. Can you now provide me with a time machine?
Can it be blue with a same police box outside? That'd be fantastic. I'll stand there.
Wouldn't be the worst thing. You know what, Mr. BX? I don't believe that you do hate bigging up a rival because you're such a polite and nice fella that I just think you find it hard to be nasty to anything.
I don't know. Go on, off you go. Oh, on me.
BX is saying how he hates bigging up a rival. It's like, don't believe you hate doing that. I think you like being nice to everyone.
For fuck's sake. Had a chance then. Hit off the defender. That's a foul. Go on, Gabriel. Get stuck in. Land one on his head. Nut him. This is what I hate again. I keep saying it. Arsenal Man United, yeah? And the co-commentator is Gary Neville because he's completely neutral in this, isn't he?
That shouldn't be allowed. And I know they're going to say, oh, it's entertainment, it's a TV show. It's like, well, then put an Arsenal legend next to him. But better yet, don't do that. Don't have Neville commentate on Man United games because you're not AFTV. You are something that people pay £80 a month for. Winds me up. So I've been given the freedom of the show. So here what we do, we're now going to rebrand the channel as Tom and Leeds TV. Oh no, sorry, it's back to being an Arsenal channel. Sorry, couldn't help. I thought
my microphone kicked out and I couldn't hear what you were saying, so I had to come out and come back in again.
I had to shoot my shot there, as they would say in the gangster community. that I'm not a part of, I promise. But yeah, I'm just.
Go on.
There were going to be sweeping changes. You're lucky you came back when you did, because I was going to fire Gary immediately. I was going to be like, oh, Gary, you're a regular guest on this show, are you? Not anymore. I only see you about 17 hours a week. but no. In all seriousness, Gary's a good man. He's a good man. Which is why it's more easy and fun for me to make jokes about him.
Oh,
sorry.
For God's sake, it's clean. Oh dear. You know. Get up. Slopping the final third,
according to the good folk over at Live Score, you've had off target 2 shots, and Man United have had none, and that's all that's happened so far. So rent a Leeds fan. I wouldn't be cheap, but I wouldn't be expensive either. I'd charge a fair rate. But, you know,
Oh,
to be fair, though, I can imagine a lot of Man United fans would rent me so they could do unspeakable acts. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
don't say
PG
that.
show. It's a PG show. It's a PG show. So, I say a PG show. Still wouldn't advise your kids to watch it. But anyway, yeah. So it's time for show and tell.
No. Go on, everyone. Go.
I've got the official match programme down at the Emirates, and it will be making its way to BX Gunner via, well, whatever the postal service does. I mean, I'm not going to follow them once I hand it over. I mean, I'm assuming it goes on a plane or a boat, or
I assume
it better
plane,
go on a plane. It better go on a plane. Like, if I find out that they've got like Popeye rowing it or something, I'll be furious.
Popeye. Okay, that's so nice.
I've got sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I've got the glove or something. I don't like to. I have to fold it in such a way that I didn't touch the Manchester United half. But yeah, this is a half and half scarf requested by a Mr. BX Gunner, and I did. Obviously, I was like, can you fold it in a way that when I'm carrying it home, like I don't have to touch the Manchester United part? Yeah. And you know what? That man who was setting up his stall because there was lots of stalls, but naturally, because I'm a prick, I went to the one who looked like he wasn't ready. So I was like, "Are you open, mate?" Even though there's about 40 other stalls that were open, I was like, "Are you open, mate?" And he was like, Yeah, mate. What do you want? What do you want? I was like, "Can I have one of them half and half scarves?" You know, and he's like, "Why? You're not good with women." I went, "Obviously not. I'm asking for a half and half scarf." No, I'm joking. Right, that part never happened, but it should have. But anyway, so yeah, basically, don't make silly requests because I will carry them out. Like if you flippantly go, can you buy me a program for the Emirates? Yeah, I will get up at 10 a.m. to go to the Emirates.
It was out of London, yeah.
Not next week. I'm not doing it next week, but
next week's FA Cup we're away.
Surprise him. Yeah. So that'd be even sillier. If I went to the Emirates and like, can I have the match program? They'd be like, who are you even playing? Oh, they'd be like, you need to go to Manchester, mate. I'm not going up Manchester to get BX going on a program. I mean, that's just too far. That really is too far, BX. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to Manchester to get you a program. Go on, get it off the internet or something. Go and buy it from the Manchester City Club shop. They could probably use the custom.
I mean, they've got no fans, so they go in there.
Exactly. They were like, if you log onto their website, there'll probably be like an alarm ringing in their headquarters where they're like, "Oh, someone's actually on a club shop." Is that too mean to say against a team that have a bottomless pit of money?
Not really. Because of that reason,
anyway.
not really.
Wake
up. Ah, bollocks!
No,
I said keep him quiet today. I said keep him quiet. You gave him all the space in the world, and that's happened. For fuck's sake. Getting pissed off now. Why back off him like that?
Who scored it?
Rashford.
Oh, fuck.
I said keep him quiet. Keep him quiet, we'll be fine today. Saka's completely exposed. Partey hits the ball into fucking Rashford. It goes back to him. And no one closes him down. No one. For fuck's sake. Because now, if United win this, you have every United fan come out We're in a title race. We've humbled the Arsenal. We're home. Fuck off, seriously.
I try to be more lenient with Marcus Rashford because of the things he does for the children. But yeah, that weren't ideal.
First shot on target as well. You mentioned their first shot on target.
That's now I don't know if that was Ramsdale's fault or not, but the true sign of truly elite goalkeepers are goalkeepers that make saves when they've had nothing to do.
No, it wasn't his fault. He got completely left exposed because literally once he lost the ball in the middle of the park, there's 3 or 4 Arsenal players that could have closed him down and stopped that shot from having that shot off. No one went near him, and so it leaves Rams completely exposed because then he knows from far out he's still got to get across and down quick enough. He did it messing about in the ball in the middle of the park with Saka and then losing it and then giving it back and then giving it back and then giving it back to him for seconds. And then just standing there watching him just run through the midfield.
They actually rearranged the fixtures, so we're playing Man United twice in 4 days, apparently.
We're still waiting for... This is another thing that nashed me off. The Premier League are quick enough to rearrange all the fixtures that got cancelled because of the Queen's death that weekend, apart from Arsenal v Everton. Every other game's been rearranged, apart from Arsenal v Everton game, but they're quick enough to do rearrange of Arsenal v City.
Have they not gave you a date for that?
2 points behind us.
So, is that the Arsenal home game with Everton or away?
Home. The away game's after next week's FA Cup weekend. The home is playing at home early.
Fair enough. You're right. There's no date for it. Yeah.
Every other game that weekend has now been rearranged and played since.
Yeah.
That game hasn't been even looked at, but they're quick enough to rearrange the Arsenal Man City game that got postponed because of European commitments quicker.
Yeah.
And it now means we've gone from having 8 points above City this time last week to 2 points now going into this game because they got to play twice before he even kicked the ball again. But hey, Arsenal, it's all set for Arsenal to win the league. Off. Come on, wake up now. Wake up. Take your fucking chances. Come on. Has to take your move. Eddie, man. Got a corner out of it, but still. Come on, everyone in the box. Come on. We did a quick reaction here. Calm me down now. Westfit, where the hell was White going on? No idea. Not just White, there's quite a few of them. White, Partey, Gabriel backing off. Oh, fucking hell, aim, guys, aim!
And Man United more hungry at the moment than
Not really. Again, it's a sitting back, soaking up the pressure.
Okay.
We've had
okay.
You can look at your thing now. We've had more chances. We've created more. We're just not getting them on target or being clinical enough in general.
Yeah.
They've had one chance and they scored from it, and that's pissed me off even more. And now they're time wasting.
I will say though, on my betting segment on the Friday night, I did say Man United would score first and you'd win 3-2.
As long as we win,
so
I don't care, but we've got to be more clinical than this.
Yeah, so no, the only thing that disappoints me about is I said Bruno would score first. So my bet's actually dead. But no, because I thought if Man United got an early penalty, then if he scored it, then that's part of the... Yeah, that was my thinking. But to be fair, for £1, that paid out £500.
That would, yeah.
So people were like, oh, why'd you pick Bruno first? I was like, penalty.
Cheddar's, Chris, aka Cheddar's in the chat. Why make your own team in mid-table? Yeah. This is what happens when you're in a title race. You should know about this. The stress, the anxiety.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Nix, that I was unable to prevent Brentford from going above you by a point. I'm sorry. I did try my best. I mean,
Yes, Eddie! That's more like it. Come on! Now who's laughing, you little bastard? Come on!
It's a bit
A bit over the top, but
no.
Eddie,
No.
Eddie,
I was
Eddie.
like, yeah, that's fine. I'd be the same. I'd be the same. You Liverpool bastard. I was like, I wouldn't have said that.
Well, if there's a mank in the chat, I'll call them out as well.
No,
probably is actually
he's a
just
good guy.
watching
He's a good guy.
them out down there.
He's a nice guy, Chris. Although I did laugh at when he caught out Stefan on the Scottish team that begins with M.
Oh yeah,
I thought it
yesterday,
was hilarious because I'd been in the chat the whole time, so I saw it. I saw it in real time.
Yeah.
I saw it as it happened, and then I
They
said
tried to do
something
you.
about anything different. And then Chris asked me the same question. I'm like, "You think I'm born yesterday, sir? I literally just saw you do it." Anyway, the important thing is, and this is true, Russ Morgan's never had a bad thing to say about Eddie. I will
absolutely loves
personally
Eddie.
vouch that is true,
Eddie's
but I am a
biggest
well-known
fan.
liar. So, yeah.
Russ is Eddie's biggest fan.
Yeah.
All the shirts that Russ has got for this season, all got Eddie and Kitty on the back, number 14.
It must have been a different Russ Morgan that had accused Eddie of being the shooter behind the grassy knoll, and a different Russ Morgan that accused Eddie and Ketty of starting World War II, but must just be the same name, different people. He's a good lad, that Russ. He's a good lad.
At least they went ahead for what? It was only for a short term. Go on, party. Have a shot, party. Go on.
I support Tottenham. I can't even say that word for a joke.
No, don't even try that. You will
Tottenham. I support
Tottenham. Quicker than you can say slow.
I can't even finish it. It's like a scene from the film Liar Liar when Jim Carrey's trying to lie and he's like, and you won't let him. Just saying.
I thought, no offense, but I thought your shirt might give it. I thought my Tom's shirt might give it away a bit.
He's the giant Leeds United.
For
the Leeds United.
For today's game, he's an Arsenal fan for this particular game because of who he actually really supports.
This particular game, I don't want the other team to win. But always good to see Eddie and Ketty are doing well and proving me right when I told you all to get behind him. Figuratively, like don't literally. I don't know if he's into that.
Obviously, you have done that, and once we knew about Jesus and he's come out for surgery and this, that, and the other, just before the World Cup ended, I was saying like he had to take this chance. If he didn't, it was now or never for his Arsenal career. If he hadn't took it, then Arteta might have sort of phased him out of the squad basically over time and all that. But the fact of the matter is, he's took his opportunities. He scored the first goal for Arsenal today as well. Not like he scored the third or whatever goal later.
He's clawed you back into the game.
Is it 5 goals in 5 in 5 or 5 in 6, something like that?
The only game he hasn't scored in for you in this run was the last game.
But
other than that, he scored in every game.
Yeah. Well done, other God. Well done, other God. Get out.
Oh, yeah, Newcastle as well. Yeah.
Well done, other God. Get rid of it now. Go on. You might, Nelly.
Even just, I say all the time, just watching him at Leeds, you know that if you get the ball to his feet, and people might say, oh yeah, but he's a 6-yard merchant. It's like, yeah, but if he gets 20 of them, who cares how far out they're from?
Oh, exactly. If it helps us win the title, I'm not complaining. If it helps us get top 4, I'm not going to complain. Go on. Well done, Eddie. Well done. Again, go on. Got soft off the ball, but okay.
Assists.
Yes, Jacques
What
with the
I would
assist. Yeah.
say though, you're gonna find an issue is that when Jesus is fit, he will go back into the team because he's Gabriel Jesus, right? But
Yeah.
Eddie will be justified in saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. To be fair to him, yeah,
Pardon my language.
because he's stepping up at the moment. He's stepping up. Until otherwise, he's got
Well,
every right to complain.
Mr. Eagle, I support Leeds United, sir.
And also, in terms of when Zaja just come back, and as you say, Zaja would be the first choice because of how well Eddie's been doing. I'll be more inclined to bring him on and more regularly from the bench, not just the odd 10 minutes here and there. He'll get more playing time from the bench as well, unlike before, because he stepped up and done right by us in this moment when we needed it most. Let's be honest.
Thing I've always said about his sub appearances, I stand by this 100%. And we did this with the player Tyler Roberts at Leeds. We'd bring him on in games where we were losing with 16 minutes left, and then we'd be upset they never scored.
Yeah.
But we're already losing. And then it's like, are you expecting to make magic happen in a situation where statistically subs don't score? But you remember the times that subs do score. So it's like, off the top of my head, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was known as a super sub. It's like, yeah, but who was he playing for at the time?
Yeah, Man United. The super sub for the Champions League final as well.
But he was still playing in a team that was on the front foot and dominating the game at any point.
Oh, yeah.
And the most famous time that he came on and scored was Champions League final. But the other 100 times he came on and scored, they would have already been winning.
Yeah, 3-4 up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, another thing with Solskjaer as well, he never complained. He accepted for what it was. All these strikers that came in from when he came in and left, and others came in, he never once complained. He just got on with it. He accepted it for what it was, and was professional about it, and just went, "Okay, cool." All the way to the end of his.
That role made him look better than he was.
Oh yeah, just a tad. Oh yeah.
But my point ultimately is, I felt if
He's not
he
gonna work all
started
the time,
in
yeah.
games, he'd score goals. And he has.
Yeah, he has. Fair to him, yeah. And that was my main hope that he would, because otherwise, it would, like I said before, this was make or break for him. Take this chance, or Arteta would have phased him out, if not sold him in the summer. Especially if we're back.
I'm not saying these things.
I know that. I know.
I'm not saying these things about him just because he played for Leeds. Like because I've seen him, I'm like, I know he can do these things. Plus, he scored goals for England under 21s, and I know it's not the same.
Yeah.
But you can still tell, like, the sort of player he is that he should be able to score goals in any situation in the box.
Yeah. Again, with Eddie, how he plays and all that, they came as a goal poacher. I love that. That's old school. That's an old school striker that Ian Wright as well.
Yeah.
With 5 off there. And look what he achieved. And obviously, he had to wait a few years to get his first league title, but still. Colonel, I'm concerned, Colonel. Arsenal Man United on it. You're watching Basil Brush on the chase.
I got to be fair to him though. I would be like, I'd be like, what's going on? And then I'd be like, that's Basil Brush on the chase.
Recalled.
Yeah, basically, I'd be like, this I've got to see. I don't care about the other 3 people.
Yeah, I'll catch up, Colonel.
My nephew's obsessed with the chase. He's obsessed with time in general, like setting time on his phone and stuff. But when he's got it, he becomes Bradley Walsh, and he'll sit there and go, "Stop the clock! That is wrong." Now, I don't think he fully comprehends the rules of the chase or anything like that, but he watches it so much that he can repeat it.
That it soaks in. It is part of what. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
if I went to him, what are the actual rules of the chase? He wouldn't be able to tell you, but he'd be able to quote what Bradley Walsh says.
Yeah.
And the cadence with how he says it.
Yeah.
But very funny. More so because he's like 8. And he's like, you've got 3 pushbacks out of a possible 5 pushbacks. I'm like, what's that mean? He's like, I don't know. But
Gary Neville's now having a go at Arteta for complaining because Luke Shaw's been booked, by the way, for a foul on Saka, but it's like he's 4th or 3rd, or how many challenges he's made in the game. But he's eventually been booked, and Gary Neville's like, that's Arteta's fault. He's complaining on the touchline when the foul's committed. Well, if your player wasn't fouled so regularly, he would have been booked.
I just got to chill down my spine. Richard Keys something must have happened to Richard Keys. Like I think he's had a fit or something. Because if Gary Neville's complaining about Arteta, imagine what Richard Keys is doing right now. He's probably like his spine has leapt out of his mouth or something like that. I genuinely believe that Arteta gets more leeway than everyone else when it comes to the technical area. However, I'm more than happy for it to continue. Now, I'm. Don't get me wrong. Like Gary went, oh, so do you think he should get punished for it? I'm like, well, obviously, if he's breaking the rules, then he should. And I'm not saying that out of like, out of Arteta hate or that. I just mean factually, if you are supposed to get booked for leaving the technical area and he leaves the technical area, he should get booked. But I'm personally not going to complain. Yeah, no. But I'm personally not going to complain. Well, Jesse Marsh, I think, got booked and sent off in about 5 of the first 6 games or something. But I'm happy for Arteta to keep doing that. The more it pisses off Richard Keys.
Oh yeah, that makes it even better. We win a game. Richard Keys' first thing is, Arteta, that was technical area. How dare he? Richard, he's celebrating with his fans. No, not allowed. He can't be doing that.
He's celebrating like he's won the league in November. I love doing Richard Keys' impression. And sorry.
What really got things going with Richard this season between the Arsenal fans and him is Arsenal v Fulham. Was it second game of the season? Our first home game, basically. No, second home game. Sorry, we had Leicester first home game. So what was our 4th game of the season? Sorry, Fulham at home. And we won, obviously. We went behind, came back and won 2-1. We all fans celebrate, the players are celebrating. And then we get back home and you see these clips of Richard Keys going, it's only Fulham. What are they playing at? It's not like it's in the season and it's to win the league. It's X amount of games in. It's only Fulham. But when fast forward 5 games later, Man City v Fulham in the league. Man City get a last-minute winner. They celebrated more than what we did, but they'd won the league. And nothing was said.
What I think though on that, I think people look at it from the wrong angle. The problem isn't Man City should get told off for doing that. It's more should be allowed to do that. Like, yeah. No, but like when people go, like, oh, why didn't Man City get criticised? Man City shouldn't be criticised for that, but you shouldn't be criticised for it either.
No.
The point is Richard Keys should stop being a prick.
Arteta's now been booked for some reason. I don't know why he's been booked now. He's just been booked for some reason.
Yeah, but he's against Man United. That's the only team he'll ever
get booked against. True, yeah. Even though we're at home, it is
Ferguson's in the building. I believe people have said Fergie's in the building. Yeah. So Fergie's obviously give the stare of death to the ref. I mean, as much as I hate Man United, I don't want Alex Ferguson died, but the reality is that he's nearer death than being born. So the reality is he's in a position where he can threaten to haunt that ref forever. And I wouldn't want to be haunted by Alex Ferguson.
No. Hell no.
Some beetroot-headed Scotsman following me around at night. I mean, if I wanted that to happen, I'd just go to Glasgow. But anyway. If Arteta got sacked tomorrow, I can tell you what Richard Keys would say. He would go, why not give it to Dicey? Sean
Oh,
Dash.
God.
A proper football
Oh,
man.
I'll quite literally I'll time out. I wouldn't do watch songs, put it that way. If Sean Dyche was in charge of Arsenal, no watch songs, wouldn't be going to games, wouldn't be paying any money towards the club whatsoever. Like, you're taking the piss now, go away. I will
I
literally
find that
go on
fascinating.
protest.
But the thing I've always defended Dyche on, he's got the reputation he played boring defensive football. But what was he supposed to do with that Burnley team that he had? Because they never spent any money, really.
No.
So he was always like, you know, getting in these like what you would call like hard man defenders or whatever.
The old school
Like,
generation sort of thing, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, and I think he did say in an interview once. He went, if I was in a team that had the budget to spend 100 million on a squad, or you know, 2 or 3 players, he'd go, I'd play different football, but I haven't got that. So you get the football with the players that I'm afforded that I will get the best possible results with.
What was that, Ben?
So
what are you
it's why
doing?
I've always found it fascinating. Like when people go, "Oh, if he went to Arsenal, it'd turn Arsenal boring." It's like, no, because he'd have better players. So you would get what he thinks is more exciting football.
Ben needs to wake up in this game.
It probably would be boring.
He
Though,
really needs to wake up, Ben. Sorry about that.
Stefan.
I was about Ben White. They literally had the ball in the middle of the park. He could pass it anywhere. He just casually passed it to a Man United player, casually as you like he meant to do it. And I'm like, you're doing what you're doing. And even tracking back there and defending, he wasn't like in the game properly. They could have cost us there.
Our main man Stefan's delving into the SPL vault.
Yeah, I see that
Celtic goal.
Tell
us more, Stefan, because I'm not actually sure what one you're referring to. Please.
Yeah, to be honest, the time we were born and got into football, he was at United, so we won't remember his SPL days. Yeah, he has. Looks overwhelmed. He just looks out of sorts. He just doesn't look with it.
Who's on the left for United? Sorry, Man United.
On the left is Rashford. And they've got Rashford, Weghorst in the middle, Anthony on the right.
They're playing Weghorst. I still can't believe they bought him. The thing is, I said this on another show, when strikers that are 6'7" will never go out of fashion, even if they're not very good. Because they're always, if you are goal down and you have a corner, you want Wout Weghorst on the penalty spot.
Yeah, I mean, it proved in the World Cup, wasn't it? It's Argentina.
Yeah.
Proved that.
Exactly. Even if I bet it turns out that he's probably barely scored any headers in his life, it doesn't matter. The perception is he's who you'd want in the box.
Well, Henry was known for not really scoring headers, but occasionally he'll pop up out of nowhere. This fixture in particular in 2007 at the Emirates, our first league game at the Emirates against United, popped up in the last 9 minutes with a header to win the game. But he was predominantly known for obviously scoring with the foot or feet. Who's the other one? Who was it?
Yeah, but Thierry Henry was one of the few players you had that I wouldn't have agreed with the perception that he was a bit soft, because he would attack headers and he wanted the ball.
Yeah.
But there were games you would lose in that era of, you know, between 2000 and like 2018 or 19, where like the likes of West Brom or Watford or whoever could get a result against you because they'd bully you on set pieces and they'd successfully do it. For the other 88 minutes of the match, when the ball was on the floor, you'd dominate the contest, but you'd lose 3-0 because West Brom would get 3 corners and they'd get 3 goals. But you're getting away from that now.
Yeah. Stefan's talking about it's gone now because it's highlighted. It was the Scottish League Cup final, and Alex got blamed for conceding a goal v Celtic because his wife is a Catholic. Oh, okay.
Football's really weird like that. More so back then, but still now, I guess. Where like people would read that and actually think it's true. Like
Yeah,
it is true. Like his wife is Catholic, I'm guessing, but
he wouldn't
they
for a game.
believe he conceded the goal because of that.
Yeah.
Whereas now, that would be nonsense. Like
They'd be like, yeah, really? And all the things, yeah, that sort of, yeah. It's like, what
there'd
is
be
it?
a million things that would say. I got sorry.
Jermaine Defoe, known to be an Arsenal fan, played for Tottenham, scored against us, didn't stop him scoring against us occasionally, did it?
Nope.
Was it Darren Bent's a gooner? Jason Newell from Charlton Athletic, he was a gooner, loved scoring against us.
Yeah, but the goal bonuses players are on, they love money. So they're not going to not score against the team they support because they like getting money in their wallet.
Again, that's my point, yeah.
He's, even at the time, I bet Jermaine Defoe was on 10 grand a goal or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
And I think he'd rather have the 10 grand.
Come on, Fulham. Do your job tomorrow night against them lot, please. I think it's mad that Fulham have just been promoted this season again, or closer to Champions League than Chelsea and Liverpool.
I think everyone's really expecting a drop-off to occur, though. I mean, naturally expecting a drop-off. The thing I'll give them that they've done different to the other 2 or 3 times they've been promoted is they would come up in the Championship, they'd play attacking football because they had better players than the opposition. And then they'd go to the Premier League and they'd completely change their tactics. Like when they got promoted with Leeds, they were in the playoffs. They had, I think Mitrovic got 30 goals, something like that, and then they benched him because they were suddenly started playing 5 at the back and 1 up front, and it was like, but
you're asking for trouble.
That's not going to keep you up. No. Scoring goals keeps you up on average. That's how we finished 9th, is because our defending was atrocious. But the fact that we tried to punch everyone in the face was what kept us, not just what kept us up. We finished in the top 10.
Well, that's quite literally that season as well.
Statistically,
Oh,
go on. I was going to say, statistically, goals are every goal you score over the course of a season works out at a point. Like if you look at the table, there'll be a few outliers, but generally speaking, the teams that out like Leeds survived because we scored more goals than Burnley. I know we survived really because we had more points, but the fact is we conceded so many goals that we would have beat no one in a goal difference battle, but because we turned up at places to try and win games, led to us getting the 1 or 2 points that got us over the line.
Yeah.
Because I think we'd score like double the amount of goals Burnley scored. Probably not literally, but if it was along those lines. But I still can't believe we stayed up.
That's it. First one attacking, you bastard. Oh, wake up. Get the ball at your feet. Lucky bastards. Half time, there you go. Half time 1-1. Being the better team possession, and then again we created more, just done nothing with it really. They've had 2 shots on target, the first one went in, but we reacted. The main thing was Arsenal reacted, got the goal back quickly, leveled the game up, and still we had the one critique is the passing, be more crisper, more on it, be more dominant on the ball. I don't know. It's like, one sec. it's like they've heard the result of in Manchester City today, and it shook them a bit because obviously we've been winning playing midweek as well. They played 2 games since we last won Thursday. It sort of shook them, although the pressure of 2 points, they're 2 points behind us if we don't win today. If we lose, they're 2 points. If we draw, it's 3 points. We need to win, and certain players aren't really turned up yet.
A draw's not really good enough in this situation.
We need to win. We do. Both teams need to win in this case. We need it obviously to go 5 points clear. United need to win to stay in the title race.
Yeah. I mean, really, they're similar to your team. But at the start of the season, you both just wanted top 4.
Yeah, that was the target for both clubs. Yeah, just getting back into it.
Yeah. So even if I'll be very surprised if you don't finish top 4. I mean, because you're so far ahead of the pack in terms of.
Oh yeah, I think in terms of top 4 itself, I think we're going. It's halfway. This is a halfway point after today. Or 19 games left after this, whatever. I do think top 4 itself is fine for us. It's just personally, if we win today, we do end up winning in the second half. We win this game. I do reckon we'll be top 2 come May. Don't know first or second. Obviously, it's still close. You can't call it that. You can't call it quite that much yet. But I do reckon we'll be top 2 as ours.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same line to Stefan because, like as you were saying, you need a result and they need a result. You're probably both going to end up unhappy.
But then we've got someone like Trossard who's going to be hung. I know he's on the bench. They ain't trained much, but he's going to have a point to prove to his former club now. His former manager wants to set it in straight away. Get the fans on board.
That work in your favour because I don't know what he's going to do. There's no benchmark because he's never played for you, so I don't know how you're going to use him.
Exactly. Plus, you've got Smith Rowe on the bench as well. He's been out for a while. He's only just coming back from his surgery this season. So we've got options. It's just, as I say, mainly Trossard because obviously he's a newbie. He's a new face. He's going to prove the point to his former boss, his former manager, the club, and all that he came from. That they won't drop him and da. But also he wants to prove a point that a step up from Brighton, with all due respect to Arsenal, he can manage. And he'll want to be a key part of what Arsenal are trying to do this season.
He's a good signing. I mean, you've obviously got him at a knockdown price because Brighton have no negotiating position when it's obvious that he's been left out of the team because there's issues behind the scenes between him and the club. So you were very fortunate to get in there and basically go like, we'll give you 30 million for him. I know it's a bit less, but
add-ons and all that.
But basically that's what happened. You basically turn around and went, we'll give you 30 million for him right now, cash.
Yeah.
Done.
He wants very interested. What's the price? Yeah. Well,
because it was basic, because it was what basically has happened, and I weren't in the room, but I'm going to guess what happened was you've learned from Mudrick, and you've just walked into a room with Brighton, and you've gone, we'll give you 30 million now, or we'll give you nothing in the summer because he's out of contract.
Yeah.
And they've gone, thank you very much. Here's his registration. It's done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And it only benefit us in terms of squad. Not just it gives us options off the bench, but also it gives competition to rotate as well in general for our start 11. Because what are we in? We're going into February soon. We've got the Europa League back around second or third week of February, so that's going to be back for us as well. So we're going from at the moment we're playing a game of pretty much one game a week, every weekend, and the FA Cup and all that. We go from that back to the hard trial of literally league game, Europa League, league game, Europa League, league game, an FA Cup here, Europa League. Depending on how far we're going Europa League, obviously, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, because obviously we go from playing these sort of We'll be going from playing on potentially Saturday kickoffs and all that to Sunday 2:00, Sunday at 4:30, depending on what Sky pick up and all that when the draws made for the Europa League. Because we're playing on Thursday, we're going from having the option to guarantee Sunday. And the occasion of the Sky trying to screw us and put us on a Monday night as well, in between a few days of playing a Europa League game as well. But you've got the option now. We've got this young Polish lad coming from Syria, defender. We've got him coming in. Apparently he's in London. He's had his medical over the weekend. He's probably at the game actually, as we speak. But going under the radar because of Trotsi Trossard's there and all that. There's rumours of us going for Kamavenko on loan from Real Madrid with an option to buy. So we ain't messing about. We are looking to strengthen in the areas that need strengthening. It's not just for the sake of it.
Sorry, I thought Sam was describing Leeds against Brentford. Struggles always with the final ball. Great play until we get in their box. That's great insight on what happened at 2:00.
I mean, the weakest side wing wise has been Martinelli at times, not all the time, at times. Saka's had a few moments as well, but Martinelli as well has been a bit off the gas so far. So I think we've got the options now, Smith and Trossard to bring on to replace Martinelli if he doesn't step up now in the second half. He'll get another 10 minutes or so. But we've now got the options. We've got two options, not just one particular player. It keeps United guessing of who's going to come on, when, where they're going to play, how they're going to fit in. And let's look at this round this goal again. And off the ball, Eddie's run there. He's calling for the ball off the ball. No defenders around him, by the way, watching this back. He just runs in, gets in between Wan-Bissaka and Martinez, and has the ball home. Can't really complain about that. It's just obviously Partey. I mean, Sam mentioned already Partey as well. I mean, he looks a bit shaky all of a sudden in terms of he's not looking his usual comfortable self in this game. Might be down at nerves, you don't know. But again, some of his experience, you wouldn't think he'd had that sort of nerves in him. I'm not even going to put that on the screen.
Sorry.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Sorry, both of them. Oh, they're delicious. Sorry, yeah. Look like they've been seen, gentlemen. I'm sorry, but that's so far past the line. The line's a dot. But I have seen that film. It's not my favourite Host, I must say. Or I could say, Laughs in 1939. Too far? Too far?
Maybe a bit.
Sorry. Apologies to 21. That I'm an equal opportunity joker. 1 minute it'll be that, the next minute it'll be, and I pick on myself the most. Let's be fair, I look like I'm wearing vomit, but with ink spilled on me. Sam Greenwood.
Oh dear.
So Sam, can you grade the referee for me out of 10, but do it as Russell?
Oh dear.
Got to make it more spicy because he'd just say you're the ref's a 5 out of 10. Because Sam Greenwood is very, very measured and considered in his responses. I'm not necessarily looking for that right now. I want him to pretend to be the opposite. I want him to proper go like proper Russ Morgan hit. Proper Russ Morgan hit. I love Russ, but I love his refereeing compliments even more. I'm surprised he hasn't taken a job at the FA to try and improve things from the inside.
I can imagine, blimey. Oh dear.
Everyone can't. You can't cancel Sam Greenwood. Sam Greenwood would just cancel everyone else first.
Oh,
It'd
click of the
be,
finger.
you can't fire me. I already quit.
But in the meantime, I'm taking everyone with me.
Yes, he'd totally do that. I know. He's clever. He's a clever boy. He's savvy. I know. He'd already have like the bomb vest, and he'd go, "Oh, you think these are sausages?"
Oh God. Oh dear.
What I said, sure should have been sent off, and I should have been sent off being donated.
God.
This is exactly what I was looking for. Yes.
Just coming out the tunnel. What are you doing? Get off. But yeah, Luke Shaw, he's I don't care what Gary Neville was complaining because he got booked and all that, whatever. But it was like his fifth or fourth offence of the match to that point, so he had to be booked. Soft foul, not at that moment. He'd committed 4 or 5 fouls on particular players on that pitch, so it was gonna give.
Sorry, really, I keep turning up on shows that you keep turning up in the comment section. But
Is this really an Arsenal channel? Or is it just a neutral Premier League thing?
yeah, well, yeah. If you want to know why I'm here, it's obviously because all the other Arsenal fans were busy at the game or whatever. But entertainment, yeah, you get entertainment. I don't know what I'm pointing at, but just if you want serious football analysis, then watch some serious football analysis. Like actually pay the £80 for Sky, and then watch Man United fan TV comments or like Red Shirt fan TV because it's Liverpool as well, isn't it? And it's basically Red Shirt fan TV plus Micah Richards.
Yeah. This is the thing with Sky as well, since obviously the growth of AFTV and other channels respectively. Sky has just gone down this route of Man United. We are big supporters of Manchester United and Liverpool, with a sprinkling of other clubs in between. But no matter what, we support Man United and Liverpool. They are our teams. We are the team. We will never criticise as much. We will always protect them, no matter what.
You know, Micah Richards supports Leeds.
Not surprised the rest of the case. It does sound like he's from that area, so.
Yeah, he was basically, although he's born in Birmingham, he was brought up in Leeds, like from an age where he basically, like, he's always like commenting on this. Like, you know, when you get like the clickbait articles where it's like, oh, Chris Sutton thinks so-and-so's not going to win this week. Well, they always manage to hunt down Micah Richards to talk about us, which is obviously quite weird considering he's a Man City, I don't say legend. He's not a Man City legend. He's not a legend. But he's like the one English player they had that came through at that time.
Yeah, that's part of that
put on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he basically played for the Leeds youth system, and we released him. So, which obviously in hindsight was a fantastic decision for everyone because, yeah. I do want you to win, Riddy. I mean, why would I not want you to win? Yeah. I mean, Peter Drew is a good commentator. I'll give him that. Yeah. Again, he does the weird things where like he tries to turn everything into a poem.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
You don't know who he supports.
ITV letting him go the way they did in the back end of COVID, the first bout of COVID anyway. They dropped a massive bollock there. And what was it? They replaced him with Sam Matterface. Seriously? Yeah. And now he's gone he's now hired by the NBC and all that. So
yeah.
Sky missed a massive opportunity there.
I'm not a big fan of Matterface and Dixon, but I can at least respect the fact that they've gone, no, you're our guys. Whenever there's a big match and it's like England versus whoever, you're the commentators. So I'll at least get behind the fact that them because like as much as I want them to use Ali McCoist, I want them to use Ali McCoist in the big games. But the reality is that Ali McCoist is essentially a freelance commentator because he'll be on Amazon at the same. You can't have him. Yeah, you can't have Ali McCoist doing the main ITV matches and then he's going to be on Amazon 4 days later. Like they need to create their identity where like no, our main commentator is Matterface.
Ben White's been hooked up at half time.
Well, based on the performance and what you were saying, I'm not surprised.
Tomiyasu's on in his place, yeah. Be interesting because Tomiyasu's having an injury, but okay. Well, apparently he's coming an injury still. I don't know. But yeah, Ben was one. He didn't look like he was at the races properly. He wasn't like aware of his surroundings and things like that. Giving the ball away in the midfield. You know what? I've got about Arteta for that. He took action at half time. He's not waiting an extra 10-15 minutes. That's a critique you can have of Arteta sometimes. He does wait a bit too long. At least he's been proactive at half time.
Colonel Cyril the Duck is on a weekend break, and Derek 2, the Penguin, is guarding my Christmas decorations in the loft.
You're seeing back in November.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do it, so someone has to.
Ref. Okay, cool. 2-on-1. He's been held back around his back basically. But no, continue. We'll play on. One of them days. It's been one of them games with the ref that's on also, doesn't he? Of course, that's the foul. Yeah. Why can't we just win a game comfortably today? He runs into it. I mean, Xhaka barely touches him. Yeah, he puts himself in the way, but it doesn't touch him.
Ooh, interesting. Barcelona have lined up without Lewandowski.
Again, probably.
I'll be expecting more from China. They're playing Getafe.
I'll probably expect to win.
That's probably why they're not playing him, actually.
Yeah, probably thinking we're going to win it anyway, so... Bloody hell, look at this. Book him. You've got to book him for that. Take your time, Rev. Don't drop your fucking cards. Well done.
Riddy, was it you who told me how far... Was it Riddy who told me how far away Anthony Taylor lives from Manchester? He was like...
Literally a stone's throw, yeah.
He lives 6 miles outside of Manchester. And I loved it. Because he's like, that means he's obviously going to be biased in favour of Man United. I'm like, that might mean he hates them more. Because he likes Man City. Or I don't know.
We say that when we played United at their place in the season, VAR and referee were both in Manchester. Literally on the doorstep. And look what happened. So
if they were Man City fans, it'd be really handy for you.
Oh, it would be, but it's unlikely.
They're probably not. I mean, because as we know, Man City don't have any fans.
To be honest here.
They don't have fans. Yeah. Yes, of course. Man City are going to have millions of fans in 20 years' time when all the 12-year-olds are 32.
Yeah, and knocking our kids left, right and centre, yeah.
Exactly.
Move, but now, sucker, move, someone. Well done. Come on, keep the ball moving. Yeah, well done, Eddie. Come on. Well done. Well done. Go, someone get open. That'd be fantastic. Partey. I was pass it to Partey, but okay.
I do find it funny when they, like, on Twitter, when they release the list of the refs. And
Oh no, and how they do it as well.
you'll see comments. You'll see it's full of comments. People going like, "Oh, that referee's from 5 yards away from the stadium."
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, I couldn't tell you one fucking thing about any of the refs. Couldn't tell you anything. And I know that makes me look really bad because I should be more informed. As I'm an expert, I'm not an expert. That's a joke. But I'm meant to, meant to know my football, and I can barely name. I probably can't even name 10 of the refs. I don't really want to. To me, they're just a whistle with legs that runs around the pitch.
Doesn't help that most of them are from that. Doesn't help if you're obviously Man United versus Leeds, for example, and you're going up against Man United at Old Trafford and referees from that area and the VAR guys from that area. Doesn't bode well.
To me, it doesn't matter where they're from because they're going to have 78,000 people shouting at them. They're going to side for Man United anyway. Out of like, well, I think Ian Wright used it once. He called the referee a homer.
Yeah, I remember that.
I believe that's the saying. Yeah, and I had to. I was like, no, he's not talking about Homer Simpson. He means they're the home team is getting the. I was like, yeah, all right. Like, I think it'd be very naive to think that doesn't happen in football, but with the way the league system works, you should benefit from it as much as you don't benefit from it, because you will have home games that you'll get decisions based on unintentionally swaying the ref. But the problem is we tend not to remember when we get away with it compared to when we don't.
Yeah, that's true. Come on.
Because when you get away with it, you just think that the correct decision was made. So why is it going to log in your memory?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But if the incorrect decision is made, you're like, that ref in the 75th minute of fucking Old Trafford, he screwed us. He screwed us. Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying that. Obviously, again, this fixture would correspond with the start of the season, pretty much. When Martinelli's goal was taken off for offside, not offside for a foul in the build-up play, things like that. That's still been pretty, even though it comes out that no, we made a mistake. What makes it even worse though, as they wait 3 or 4 months, they go, "Sorry, we made a mistake." Go on. Oh, well tackled, good tackle from them in the end. Otherwise, that was a goal for Granite there.
The one thing I agree with Frank Lampard on is when there were decisions last season that went against his team unjustly, let's say, he did say, "Oh, I got an apology for it," but that don't give me the points that are going to keep me in a job and keep my team in the league.
In the league, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he ended up surviving, but
he
was right in the fact of telling me that Man City,
Rodri should have been
they got a penalty that they shouldn't have got, or whatever happened. It obviously didn't go in Everton's favour.
It should have been a penalty for Everton, basically. Yeah, Rodri brought down one of their players in the penalty box.
Yeah.
And got away with it, basically. Oh, what a goal! Go on, Saka! Come on! Well done! Come on! Yes! Talk some initiative there. Well done, boy. Come on. Oh, brilliant. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league.
Excuse me 1 second, sir. I'm just going to get a drink.
Yeah, no worries, my friend. No worries. What a shot from Saka. Well done. Now the mood's lifted. Now respond to that, you make bastards. Fear us, Gary. Fear us, you motherfucker. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Cuts inside. There's an opening, bang. Bottom corner, side netting. Ridley saying Peacock. Well, you're about to see something special from our boy Saka. Our star boy, motherfuckers. Come at us now. Come at us, you bastards. Come on. Arsenal. Still not a patch on badge on. I'll watch it later, Colonel. Don't worry. I think I've seen that episode anyway, but I'll watch it again. Oh dear. Perfectly placed shot that was. Yeah. What I liked was he was obviously on. He came from the wing, cut inside, saw an opening. As soon as he saw the opening, he had the shot. Arsenal FC.
This I know Colonel's my boy, because only my boys will bring up pointless and irrelevant information like
About
Basil Brush on the chase during something. That's how I know
Oh,
he's
the
my
football
man.
Watchalong.
Yes. Just chef's kiss. Amazing. I'm loving it. Speaking of TV shows, I watched something. I watched something on the BBC iPlayer yesterday. A couple of episodes of it called The Traitors, but not the English one, the American one. I thought it was fascinating.
Oh, the American version of it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen the English version of it because, well, I didn't really know at first. I just thought it was one version of it, but
yeah.
It was fascinating. I mean, I don't know how it finishes. I haven't seen the end of it, but I'll recommend it. It's quite. It's funny how quick people turn on each other for money.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Oh dear.
I'm not surprised that people turn on each other for money. I'm surprised at how fast it happens.
Says it all, doesn't it, about people though? What their real motivation is, really. I mean, times like this, you can understand. They're coming from a background where they need that money. You can understand, sort of thing, in one sense. But it's like it doesn't show good character either that you're willing to screw someone else over that's in the situation just to get a bit more money in your pocket. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, because they've got to. There's like say 15 of them. I can't remember how many exactly. But the point is, like, 3 of the group are the traitors. But if it gets to the end of the game, I don't know at what point, but it gets to the end, and if the traitors have still not been found out, they get the money.
Yeah.
So it's in the best interest of everyone else to root them out. But because of that, yeah, basically, and they've got to get. Yeah, basically, the paranoia is instant and fantastic. Because it's like, it's such a high stakes. It's not a high stakes show. There's literally no high stakes remotely. Because I don't care which you get the money.
No, I don't know. Who hosts the American one then? Because our one is Claudia, isn't it? The English version.
Oh, the American one is the actor Alan Cumming. Like, if you don't know who he is, you know his face. He was Boris in GoldenEye. And I think he was in the show The Good Wife. But he's a good actor. Like, I was surprised to see him because he's a good actor.
Good actor, yeah. We just hire hosts.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, why are you doing, like, why have you lowered yourself to this shit? But I kind of get why, because the concept of the show is fun and interesting, but also he gets to deliver the most hammy dialogue you've ever seen. Like, it's totally scripted, and he has the biggest grin on his face as he says it, because he knows it's bollocks.
Yeah.
And although it's the American version, it's actually in Scotland. So I think that's why he's the host, because he's Scottish.
Yeah.
So he basically. I imagine they went to him. Do you want to do this? And they were like, he was like, why would I want to do a reality TV show? And they're like, you'll get to wear a kilt. So he just walks in his skirt or his kilt. Sorry, and you can tell. As much as I'll be like, what are you doing in this shit? You can tell he's having the time of his life, to be fair to him. He's like, I can't believe they're paying me to wear this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking Mini-Me as well scored. 2-2. Ramsdale, what are you fucking playing at? Come out and punch the ball. Ah! Ramsdale, that was all on Ramsdale, that goal. I'm sorry. Gabriel tried to atone for his Ramsdale's mistake there. Literally punches it into his fucking path as well. Punch it. If you're not sure of that position, just punch the bloody thing. Sake.
I'm guessing it was from a corner.
Yeah, from Ericsson's corner. Comes in, he goes to catch it, but I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, why have you punched it? Because he goes to catch it, but he's at an angle where it doesn't make sense because he's stretching for it already. And it then drops to the floor in front of Martinez. Martinez, his heart just goes donk into the ground, up and into the goal. And Gabriel tried to head it off the line, but doesn't hit it correctly. I think we're going to bring Trossard on. I think it's set up for him now.
It's set up for someone to be a hero.
Yeah.
Make a name for yourselves, kid.
Ramsdale and Tommy getting in each other's way. But Ramsdale being the goalkeeper, they're still being more commanding. If he's overstretching, just clinch your fist and punch the bloody ball out. Don't do what he did there. Because now he almost fucks it up there. Oh, for God's sake. Because now his nerves are shook. You can tell. What are you doing out there? Well, ignore me.
Let's have a look at the goal. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
That's. Are you Leeds in disguise with that defending?
Don't say that. Well, again, we're talking about the second goal. If we're talking about the second goal, it's more about Ramsdale. He just doesn't take command of the situation at all. Completely flaps up the ball and leaves everyone else exposed. And Tommy Asu, wake up, you bastard! Yeah. Tommy Asu, what are you doing?
If you punch the ball, you've got to make the ball leave the box.
Yeah, exactly. Start.
You can't punch it downwards. You've got to punch it up and out. And
yeah. Normally he does that. That's so unlike Ramsdale to do that this season.
Yeah, but the one time he does that, you've got to be like, all right, do it against Oxford when we're 4-0 up.
Yeah.
Don't do it against Man United.
That's 2-1 that time, yeah. What are you doing? Hey. Yeah, but that was a fucking shot, Jesus.
Yeah, that is no one in the Arsenal have covered themselves in glory there.
No. Costa gets across, close him down. Offside, but okay. Give it the ball. Yeah, now you're running like in the kitchen.
That's a lovely goal from Saka.
That's Saka. Well done. Come on, cut back in. Come on, Saka. Come on, Saka. Come on, Saka. Go on. Corner, surely. Yeah, Vidri, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Bring Trossard on. It's set up for him to come on his debut and be the hero. How have they got a goal kick? It was a block from them. Oh, this is rubbish now. Okay, cool.
I just realised I can legally watch the goals on Twitter. Let's have a look at this goal.
It's going on, but there's been 4 so far.
No, I was looking at Eddie's.
Oh, it is one, yeah.
Yeah, inside the 6-yard box. Even without seeing it, I'd known how it was because it was a classic Eddie goal. Good boy, Eddie, but he needs to be an even more good boy and get another one.
Well, he does now, yeah, because
be
of playing Ramsdale, yeah.
I said it'd be 3-2 with Eddie scoring the last goal. He can make me look like a genius. It's all on you, Eddie, not to put any pressure on you.
Oh, go on. Oh! Bastard. Corner in, we're going to do with it? Nothing. And now Tom just blended into the background all of a sudden. Go on, try and be clever. Give it away, you bastards. Come on, move.
Live changing my earbuds.
Oh, eyes.
Prefer doing it before it decides to tell me the battery's running out.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, no, I don't know how long I've actually got to go.
Oh, we stopped playing anti-fancy. We're fucking 2-2, you bastards.
At least it's an eventful game.
Get across, Tommy, get across. Well done. Well blocked. Oh, here you go. Fred's coming on for United.
Bringing on Fred.
Wow. Yeah, at some point, he's getting ready to come on. He's all kitted out and all that, ready to come on. We need to make some subs ourselves, quick.
Shame you can't bring on El Neni.
Don't know what's happening there, but that's what it is.
Bring on... Yeah, who you got?
I'll pass it to Saka, Eddie. Well done. Go on.
Obviously,
Keep the support there.
Yeah.
I think we will. The way this game's going, I think we will see him.
Smith Rowe, maybe? If you didn't have Trossard, you'd be expecting Smith Rowe, I'm guessing. I've always liked Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Who scored the goal that got Leeds promoted?
Oh, the goal against Huddersfield, yeah. Well, for Huddersfield, sorry. He was on loan, yeah.
Yeah. I let play on my chair when that happened.
I'm sure he did.
That's exactly what happened.
Who were they playing that day anyway? Huddersfield, I can't remember who they were playing now.
West Brom. They beat West Brom 2-1.
That was West Brom, yeah. That was it.
But no one expected West Brom to lose.
To lose, no.
Even the draw would have promoted Leeds, but we just assumed West Brom were going to go and get the winner. But then instead,
yeah, because remember you done your bit the day before, hadn't you? You done your bit, which put the pressure on West Brom, and Smith Rose just decided to turn and go. You know what? Post Saka again. Almost got another.
Because of the lockdown, Project Restart, the way they did the fixtures, it always worked out that West Brom would play, then the next day Brentford would play, and then the next day Leeds would play. But they kept winning, so it always felt like the pressure was on Leeds to win every time,
Yeah.
and we'd win. So it got to the stage where, all right, well, they're running out of games, but if we keep winning, it doesn't matter. And we did. We won like the last 7 games out of the 9. But just the fact that it always rolled, like, I think, if I had it right, I think Charlton were 2-0 up on Brentford in one of the games, and then Brentford won. So it felt like, oh God, we're not going to get this. If you're
going to get dragged into it again, yeah.
Yeah, but you feel like it's set up for you to foul, for the drama of it, because you're up last every time, and you've already seen what they've done.
Yeah, put back on you, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately, it didn't matter because we just kept flying through these teams. But it was like, if we'd have won the next day again on the Sunday at Derby, we'd have been up anyway, regardless of the West Brom result.
Yeah.
But them winning was still shocking. It was. It was a day I never thought would come, to be honest, because I just felt like we were never going to get promoted. No matter what happened, no matter what we threw at the table, it'd have been like, something's going to happen and we'll fail. But no, went our way.
Feds come on for Anthony, by the way. So they're protecting what they've got, basically, and they're going to try to counter us occasionally as well.
That sounds like the plan.
I would get Martin hasn't really got into the game really for me. I would get him off and bring on either Smith Rowe or Trossard. But like I've been saying for the last 10 minutes, that it's sort of since the 2-2, it has been sort of. It does seem it's set up for him to be the immediate hero in his debut.
I mean, looking at it, Man United's bench is mainly youngsters and Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
So they're in a similar position to you, realistically. It's like outside of their first 11, their depth isn't actually fantastic.
Yeah. No. Last 10 minutes, 75% of the ball to 25 for United. Just shows what their game plan is, just to soak it up and counter us occasionally. It's worked so far because they're in the game still, obviously.
Yeah.
They've got goals from doing it as well. A goal anyway.
How does that song go, Purdle, by any chance? I know he likes typing it.
He needs to rethink about that song because that will not go down well in the end. So it's not a family-friendly song. If you think about it, that's all I'm saying.
Well, no, I think the actual think the actual song is fine. I think Colonel's
Yeah,
version.
rocking over the world, yeah.
Yeah, but Colonel's version of it is obviously not peachy.
No, just no.
But he likes it. He
Has
likes it.
he-
He likes it.
I mean, he was onside. Why the offside flags gone up? You had 2 players in front of him, for fuck's sake. But okay. Yeah, there he is. Jacob
Oh shit!
Kilwa.
One of the guys from. Oh god! One of the guys from the show did the bet I suggested, but used Rashford instead of Fernandez. So if Eddie does score, he's won a lot of money.
Just a lot.
It's saying plus 85 free. So I don't know how much that is in American money, but
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Mikel, mate, you're on the car. Get back in your technical box, please. Last 15 minutes, we're in the last 15 plus injury time with 2-2. Realistically, this game we should have seen this game out properly, but a couple of mistakes has let them score. So, ironically, okay, yeah, let's talk about United, not talk about both teams. Oh no, don't talk about the team that's top of the league as it stands. No. Let's talk about fucking United. Oh, wake up, please! Get rid! Oh, I swear to God! Move! What did I say about covering food? Seriously!
Come on, Eddie.
Need this one in the game. Every time. Move! And you. Why is Trossard still warming up? Just get him on the fucking pitch. We need him.
Surely they'd have brought him on by now if they were intending on using him.
No idea. He's made no subs since half time. He's made no subs, and we desperately need some subs because the eggs are flagging now.
I mean, 13 minutes left, injury time.
After a lot of
Probably.
days.
I'm looking at 5 minutes, so you've got about nearly 20 minutes left still.
Get up. Can you wake up? Look who's around you, Granite. For fuck's sake, if we do these silly passes like that. Corner. Come on. Stop fucking about, please.
Land to Eddie in the 6-yard box. Come on.
Yeah, you are. In the second half. It keeps overhitting it way past Eddie, by the way. For sake.
Eddie needs the ball to his feet. You've had 10 block shots, so Man United 1.
Got a corner.
They've had more on target.
Don't shoot, for God's sake. Take him on. Won the ball. Oh, look, man. Our corner kicks for the most part have been poor today, says Arsenal this, but yeah. We've had 2 or 3 that even beat the first man, for crying out loud.
Taking them or defending them, Misfit.
But, well, yeah, sure.
That second goal's atrocious.
Yeah.
I would have assumed my team conceded that rather as opposed to your team, because we usually do the comedy defending.
Oh, for God's sake, man. We're putting everyone in the box now. We're panicking.
I've never wanted Eddie and Kay
Go on,
to
go
score
on,
the goal
go
as
on.
much as now.
Go on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't shoot, Partey. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can we take Martinelli off? He ain't at it today. Get him off. Oh, fuck off, Granite.
There's still time for something magic to happen.
Oh, it was like 10 minutes plus injury, like basically 11, 9 minutes plus injury.
Yeah.
What is he doing now? We've got the ball. What is he doing? Oh, Bruno's down holding his head. That must mean it's a head injury. Behave yourself. He's not even in the play, for fuck's sake. He's not even on the screen.
They're going to need to start making Premier League matches kick off at 7 if they change the rules where, like in the World Cup where they add the time on all the time.
Yeah.
They'll need to start the matches earlier to compensate for the fact that the matches are going to last nearly 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, we'll still be here tomorrow morning. That's the case.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here he's coming on. Our new boy. Trossard's there. He's out. He's kitted up.
That should lift your crowd a bit, which should spur them on.
Martinelli's come off as well. I've got to say, he has been in the game, so it makes sense. I would have done it a bit earlier, but still. No, he dies. Effectively, he dies, which is a bookable offence, but because it's Rashford, Man United, we won't say nothing about that. No, but he wasn't. But we didn't. Apart from Smith, who's just come back from an injury, we didn't have Trossard, an option of Trossard to come on. Whereas we've got the option. Hence why I said I would have done it a bit earlier with Trossard. Give him more time to get into the game. He's on the booking. You're going to send him off. He's gone. Luke Shaw's been sent off. What? He got booked in the first half.
Are they going to roll him off?
Hang on. Luke Shaw got booked in the first half.
Luke Shaw was not booked. No, he wasn't booked.
That's what they said in the first half.
Yeah. Man United's only booking was Anthony.
They said it's literally Sky put on the screen earlier. He got booked. So what the fuck, bastards! Come on! Everyone in the box now.
Gunnar Eagle saying Martinelli has dropped to 0 out of 10 today.
Yeah, I'll give him one. I'll be fair to him, 2 or 3. Hasn't been on it. Hasn't been to his usual standard. Let's be honest. Ball in, easily cleared. Maybe no. Yes. No. Cantona. Oh, Eddie, that was your chance. That was it. That was Eddie's chance there.
Oh, damn it.
I thought it was an easy ball to defend. They made Pigs ear at United, but it fell to him. He went for it first time as well. It falls to him. It goes for it first time. Doesn't take any time to take the shot off. He gets the shot off and keeper's in the way. Bastard, hate fucking United. Long throw in from Partey. See what we can do. Nothing, apparently. Oh, can you guys wake up on your passing today, please?
Martinelli has had no help from Xhaka since Jesus went down. Xhaka's game has disappeared. Is that a fair comment?
Potentially, maybe, yeah, because obviously, what was Jesus brings to the game compared to what we've got? Oh, one set. Oh, another corner. Yeah, when Jesus obviously there's that obviously Eddie isn't the same as Jesus, so Xhaka's I'll say Xhaka's dropped off a bit as well, but not to the levels of Martinelli. Here comes a Trossard corner. Okay.
Usually the day after Easter, Nightman.
Edits are someone. It's on the red and white, for fuck's sake. Oh, behave yourself. De Gea is now time wasting, saying that he's been fouled. He's literally got the ball, run into Eddie, and falling off. It's gone to the floor. Drop the ball, and it's damn time wasting. Are we having a bubble here?
I hate when the other team's goalkeeper lays on the ball, but when my goalkeeper does it,
he's got the ball. He's running towards Eddie. Eddie's hands brushed against him. He's fallen to the floor. He's like, oh my arm. It's you can tell it's time wasting. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
But because the Premier League have come out and said we won't do what they did in the World Cup, there's no consequence. It's a tactic that they'll continue to use because they can get away with it.
It works though, unfortunately.
Yeah, because there's no consequence to the action, because they'll keep doing it.
It's true.
If there's a consequence to it of injury time, and if you keep doing it, you're going to get fines or whatever afterwards. Yeah. It'll relegate it. Because we won't do it, it continues to happen. But if Arsenal do it, oh, what are they playing at? What a disgrace of a team. I thought they were a classy club and all that bollocks. But United do it. But United have got a corner now, I'm saying this, so you watch their score now to piss me off. Because they're attacking their end as well, where the fans are. Ball in from Luke Shaw. Well cleared from Gabriel. Fucking hell, man! You've got to send him off for that. You've got to send him off. If ref's going, telling players to go away, no one's going near him. They're running away. That's the same ref, but they're not going like surrounding him. He's going, go away, go away. Fuck off. Do your fucking job and protect players. Otherwise, what's the point of doing your job? Oh, Shocker going level back to fucking Man United player. Who's a favourite? Oh yeah, that's why he fucking booted the player's boot and not the ball.
Gary Neville defending Manchester United. I'm shocked.
Never would have thought it, would you?
No.
Come on, wake up. Go on, pass it. Go on, Trossard. Go on, Trossard. Oh, the cats coming to life. Okay. Of course they are. Throw in. Fantastic. Come on, let's go. We just win this game once and for all. All right, I can't. 2-2's a draw in general. Yeah, it's a point more with 3 points, but I'd rather the win have that cushion.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, your 3-point lead is really a 2-point lead because of they not got superior goal difference.
Yeah.
Well,
they're not superior. They got three goals more than us. Yes, I think so. Might be. He's celebrating. Eddie, he's celebrating. Zinchenko's celebrating, but there may be an offside. I'm not going to overcommit yet on my celebration because there may be an offside. It might be looked back at. Yeah, I hate going Neville. I can't stand it going Neville. I think they might check this. I'm holding back. Yeah, they're going to check this, I think. There's no way they're going to give this. Eddie, don't celebrate yet, mate. Don't be doing this. Zinchenko's on. He's way on. He's in line. Get in there. You can't not give that. Come on.
It's going to stand.
He's got to stand. He's onside. From the angle they're showing us, Martinez plays Eddie onside. And Wan-Bissaka as well. Yeah, he's way onside. Wan-Bissaka plays Eddie way onside. Come on. I think your friend will be getting very, very rich right now while it looks at it then. Wan-Bissaka's playing in one side. Why are they taking so long?
I don't care about the money aspect. I care more that I was right.
Yeah, you got it spot on. Yes! Love that from Zinchenko as well. Love in the middle of the pitch, and he is turned to the crowd and he is ruined his fucking head off. Pardon my French. Come on! Do not lose your minds now. We've got injuries time to get into now. Do not lose it. Keep your fucking veins. We've merited this for the last 20 minutes. Since going 2-2, we have merited this win. This goal in general. What a finish from Eddie. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It was a good finish from Eddie. Good reactions. Just a little flick of the wrist. Well, leg. Now what you're saying, going Neville. Now what you're saying. Eddie. Let's go Rochester United in the mud. Alice talks football, and the Flying Pig United will both be absolutely livid. Mark Goldbridge, absolutely livid. But sorry, since they went 2-2, United again they've sat back. They haven't gone at us. They've sat back and tried doing counter attacks occasionally, but they've let us come at them. We've worked for this. We've had to work. Don't get me wrong. Oh, they brought on the young lad from Argentina. Varane's gone off and they brought an attacker on. The young lad. I can't pronounce his name, but you know what I'm on about. Ronaldo's the guy that idolizes Ronaldo. Assassin will not yet. I know you're a Man United fan, but not yet. Let's not get too carried away. Rob Holding for Odegaard. Yeah, now we're showing up the defence. Come on. Name me a better comeback than Rob Holding hairdo. We got Super Mika Teta. We knows exactly what we need. Tini at the back, Gabby in attack. Arsenal on the way to Champions League. We got Super Mika Teta. Oh, here we go, Colonel. Me and Tom are the real ones. We know King Eddie is a beast. There's a good, again, there's an Eddie type finish as well. No other player would have scored that type of goal either. Come on, they actually haven't told us how much injury time, by the way. They haven't actually told us how much injury time we've got to play. Not on the screen or nothing. It's just
cares at this point?
I care because it's still one. If it was 2 goal difference, I'd be like, okay, just go for the motions. But We've got the ball in the right place anyway. Go on, Eddie. Do the old school shit Algeries in the corner. Yeah, go on. Aye. Go on. Go on. Go on, Trossard. Be a bastard. You are a bastard now. Come on, Eddie. Into the corner. Walk it in. Hold it in the corner. Hold it in. No. You meant to hold it, not give it away. Yes! Full time. Done and dusted. Top of the league. 5 points cushion. Back in place. Come on, Man City. Give us your best. Be it when they say dig deep, they must not have known Arsenal have a magical bag of holding. Eddie. What a game to us. Yeah, exactly. For all the drama and all the stress it's caused us as Arsenal fans, respectively, we got the win, but we were made to work, but we merited it as well. Because quite easy, again, years gone by, 1-0 down, we could have capitulated at 1-0, got back in, went 2-1 up, got pulled back again to 2-2. Even at that, with how that happened, we could have capitulated then, but we didn't. We dusted ourselves down straight away, and then literally set up camp in their half, the literally last 20 minutes, 25 minutes of that game, and made them defend for their lives. And you know what, Eddie, right place, right time, little flick of the ankle, in the net, 3-2. Thank you very much. We are top of the league still. We're always going to be top of the league anyway. We've got that 5-point cushion. And the next game up for the Arsenal men is a Man City FA Cup tie Friday night. Do we bin it off at this point? Do we just go, you know what, City, if you want the FA Cup, you can have it. We're going for the league title here. Or do we go for the cup double yet? Do we still go for that cup double? It's been how long has it been for cup double for us? 21 years. It's 21 years since we're on the cup double. The league and cup. Bloody hell. Cesc, my boy. F United, exactly. I can't. Again, part of that. I'm part of the old school generation, that last generation of fans that lived off that rivalry, that hate United with every fibre of my being. So this is just brilliant, especially now Ten Hag can't go. Ten Hag can't even come out and say, "Well, we missed Casemiro today," because you've gone all week from half of most since Wednesday night, or we beat Arsenal back at Old Trafford without Casemiro, so we can do it again. Well, you didn't, did you bastard? And it's like I said, start the stream, Tom. The way the season's gone for us, the way we're going game by game, week by week, and we're still there. We're still annoying the media outlets, the Gary Nevilles of this world, and all. There's El Neni.
I just found out how much he won.
It is set up for us now to do it.
Because I told him to, Chris.
Because he saw there was no point. They weren't going to score. That's why. Yeah, go on. You was going to say
$1. For $1, Mark won $854.
Fucking hell! He's a very happy boy tonight. Then the beer's on him, yeah.
He's going to be happy with me.
I might pop in next Friday now just to say you need to say thank you to Tom, by the way.
He did add in like a bit extras, like with corners and stuff. But
oh yeah, obviously.
But I'm
he took the core of what you're saying back though to get there.
Yeah, like first, last, correct score. Yes, I'm thrilled for him. But I'm more thrilled that I got it right. Like I got the narrative of what would happen.
And this is what I love as well. The fans are bouncing in the stadium. Frimpon's in the background filming it all for his socials. Frimpon. And the players are going around all around the stadium thanking the fans before they go down the tunnel. And even as they're going down the tunnel, they're jumping on each other, celebrating, kissing each other. Oh dear. Got BX in the chat saying ordering the number 14 as we speak. I'm shameless. Get in, says that. It's a Vidri. Get in, lads. With your phone emoji. GG to Arsenal. Fully deserved, says Cold Assassin. Arsenal only needed to beat City once in the league. That's it, as it stands. That's the case as it stands, yeah. We could win. We could lose one of the two and still win. As long as we win all other games in between, we're the champions of England come May. Oh my god, I'm starting to believe. I'm actually starting honestly that the way this game's gone today, I'm honestly starting to believe it. It could happen. It obviously could happen, but I think it's going to happen. Ask me again, as I said last week, ask me on the 15th of February after we play Man City. If we've got a 5 point or more cushion between after that Man City game, and we've beaten them, obviously, I'll commit full ahead for it in terms of Arsenal winning the league. Because that game is huge, and for so many reasons. All the other games in between will win. In terms of league-wise, FA Cup will. It's our tournament, but you never know. They're at home. They'll probably go full strength more than us to try and ram home the where Man City look at us sort of thing. But obviously, I want us to win the FA. I want us to win the FA Cup. I want us to beat Man City next week. Obviously, we've got in the league next. We have Everton. I'm going to get the fixtures up now. Actually, Liverpool fans supporting United. Oh, what a time! And that's why we say that rivalry isn't really a rivalry. If you're a Liverpool fan or the fan base, you're getting behind Man United because you don't want to see Arsenal win the league. You need to have a word with yourself. That would be like Tottenham, for example. Arsenal in our position as we speak, but Tottenham fans getting behind us in every game if it helps them out, or even if it doesn't help them out. They have no horse in the race, and they go, "Come on, Arsenal," just to stop a team that no geographical relation to them in terms of local rivalry or nothing. That'd be like, yeah, literally would be like Arsenal going for the title, and Tottenham in the background, and they're there back trying to back Arsenal to win the league because they don't want to see, for example, Man City or Man United or Liverpool win the league. They want to see whatever reason, bizarre reason, they want to see Arsenal. That would be completely that's unheard of, and vice versa. That I can never get behind that. Hence why when Leicester won the league, I was fully behind them in that title race. I was fully behind Leicester. I can never back them lot. But yeah, let's get the fixtures up now. Coming up, if it lets me. Matches, you bastards. The men's team. So we've got on Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff against Man City in the FA Cup on ITV, not the BBC for once. And then league-wise, we're back on Saturday the 4th of February, 12:30. Early kickoff as well. Well, hey. Goodison Park. Frank at the wheel. What can go wrong for us, eh? In our form. That's a nice little 3 point. Hopefully not touchwood. Nice little 3 points there. Yesterday, 12:30 kickoff on Saturday the 4th of Goodison Park away to Everton. Then we have our home game on the 11th of February. As it stands, a 3 o'clock kickoff against Brentford. Should win that. And then we got the big one. Arsenal at home to Manchester City. 7:30 kickoff on Amazon Prime. The day after Valentine's and all that. That's the game. If Arsenal take 9 points in the next 3 games, no matter what happens with City in their games between now and then in the league, if we get 9 points out of 9, I will officially commit and go full hog and say we're going to win the league. But until then, we've still got a chance. It's still, for me, yeah, we're there, but not quite, if it makes sense. But that game is so huge now. That's going to be the biggest game in the title race this season. Because I think between the 15th of February and when we play Man City again in April, going into the last 6 games of the season, literally like the 6th to last game of the season, we play them. I think the way things are going, the league could be wrapped up by between the 15th of February and the 26th when we play them again in April, on a Wednesday night. By the way, that's a bit bizarre, and having the league game on a Wednesday night, but it is what it is. I think the league could be wrapped up before that away game. If we play our cards right, obviously, if we continue down this route of winning games, the majority of our games, I think the league's wrapped up before then.
BX is 100% correct. I did grace the area of the Emirates, and I basically sprinkled some magic Tom dust around. It was like, no, Eddie, you will score twice. But last, more important.
Yeah, the winner as well, because we're talking obviously during the stream, obviously about how he's took the opportunity, he scored that first goal in the game, and it's the first goal for Arsenal, getting us back in and all that. It wasn't like the penultimate, like the game was already won in this, that, and the other, and then he goes on to score the winner. So it's just like, okay, and again, fair play to him. For my doubts on Eddie, I've had this season, or I've watched him in Europa League and all. I've voiced my doubts on him on this channel. I've said it already in this stream, but I'll say it again. The fact that obviously without Jesus, it was all put on Eddie. A lot of pressure was on Eddie because of the Jesus injury. And I said just at the end of coming out of the World Cup, coming back for Boxing Day, that Eddie had to take this opportunity. If he didn't, that would be his Arsenal career all but done, because Arteta would lose faith in him. But every game he stepped up in, even if he doesn't score, he still puts a performance in. But apart in the league-wise, Newcastle aside, and Tottenham last week, he scored in every game. He's got more goals to game now since the World Cup now. It's 6 or 7 goals now in 8 games. I think now, what's it? Goal against, in all competitions, by the way, goal against West Ham, scored against Brighton, 2 against Oxford, that's 4. And then 2 today, that's 5, that's 6. 6 goals in 6, basically. 6 or 7 goals in 6. That's great for him. Again, that's confidence as well. Especially today being I think today's goal, especially being the winning goal that got us to 3 points. That's going to push him even further now, hopefully. And now while I'm saying that, Tom's just like, yeah, I was right all along.
I was right.
Well, what was Bielsa thinking?
I called it. I had more faith in Eddie than Eddie. Called it.
But you did, to be fair, you did call it, and not just in this game, but in general. You said Eddie would step up first.
I have faith in Eddie. No, I didn't, Sam. It was 854. No, I didn't know.
One second.
I didn't do it. But the people, someone out of the people I advised it to did it, and they just showed me what they want, and I'm thrilled for them. I don't care about the money. I just care that I was right. Money shmoney. I know football, I know Eddie. The important thing is when the fun stops, stop. Or listen to Mr. Tom. Don't listen to Mr. Tom. But the shirt. It's a fantastic shirt, and you know it. You know it's a great shirt. I'm on to you all. You're just jealous. You're jealous that Arsenal didn't get its design first. You're probably not jealous. You're top of the table. Why would you be? What is it, 5 points now? 5? Been slightly better than Leeds then. slightly better. But the important thing you all need to keep in mind is that the match isn't official until Russ grades the referee. How did the referee do, Russ? I've got sneaking suspicion that his grade might have increased in between the time of it being 2-2 and 3-2. But no, seriously, gentlemen, you had a fantastic win, and I'm very pleased for you all. You deserved the win from what I've seen, and I'm thrilled for you. I don't have administration powers, Gary, for the, what is it called, StreamYard? Yeah. Otherwise, I still wouldn't let you in because I'm a prick like that. But all right, no, you, what's that? No, no, seriously, congratulations, everyone. I'm thrilled for you. Partly because Leeds didn't lose today, because I am petty like that. If I'm unhappy, I don't want you to be happy. No, not true, not true. A little bit true, but obviously I am quite pleased that Manchester United didn't win, because fuck 'em, mank cunts. Yeah, Gary, what were you doing in the car? Wait, that didn't come out right. Didn't let a goal in either, Sam. Generally, as a rule of thumb, if we concede a goal, we need to score 5. And if we don't concede a goal, we draw 0-0. Because football's weird. Although next week I might actually wear a robe as if like I am Nostradamus. Because I can. I might end up looking like a monk. Probably look like a monk. I just like saying the word monk. Sounds a bit like mank, which rhymes or something else. Anyway, yeah, so I get the suspicion you are all quite happy. I don't know what on earth would have made you all so happy. BX, do you still want to receive the match program? Would you still like to receive the scarf of this contest to commemorate it?
Sorry about that. Literally, just... Oh, Gary wants to come in, does he? One sec.
I would have kept this going forever. I would have just talked shit to them until they all died of boredom.
So until May then. I will say this: Roy Keane needs to shave that fucking tash off. That's all I'm saying. You got back quick. Ignore me.
I'm not talking.
Sam says you've got good predictions that has to be said.
To be fair, I did officially my pick was Bruno to score first, but I did say you could probably switch it out with Rashford. Yeah, my point was United would score first and you'd overturn it.
All I did was McTominay to be booked. That was it. 94 or 96 to 1 bet.
That all you need? What else did you have in your bet then?
Ben White to be booked.
Right. What's happened?
Over 8.5 corners.
Yeah.
Saka to have a shot, not on target, just have a shot. Odegaard to have a shot.
Yeah.
Rashford to have a shot. Nketiah to score any time.
Oh, okay, so it's literally just down to McTominay not doing what he usually does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much that we've got you back? Oh,
I put a 5 on. I was supposed to put in 100.
well, it's a good thing I put a 5 on then. There's Sam. Sam's joined us while we're waiting for Go. How you doing, Sam?
Nice.
Yes. Get in there, lads. Get in there.
Yeah.
What a
Arsenal.
win. What a game. Wow, what a performance.
No, back at any time.
Are you believing? Like, are you starting to believe?
I tell you what, this game was really a bit of a. I was a bit worried about this one because I was thinking if we lose this one, you just know that momentum's going to start to go, and everyone's going to start panicking, and all the press are going to go, oh, that's it, Arsenal's finished. But no, to actually win that game like we did, coming back twice with all that pressure. I'll tell you what, now I'm really starting to believe myself now, actually, because to win like we did today, like I said, with all that pressure beforehand, everyone, just expecting us to make, maybe drop points today. But no, we went out there, we played well, we won the game, came back twice as well, remember? I mean, that's pretty good going too. Come back twice like that to actually, win the game. No, I thought it was really, really, really good, really fantastic game. And it actually had that feeling. It started to feel a bit like the games from the late 90s, early 2000s. That that little extra spark about it, that little bit of extra, atmosphere about it. You can feel it today, couldn't you?
You could as well. I was saying over that you was watching the stream whilst the game was going on, all that, but I was saying after the goal was given officially that we melted it because again, last season and years gone by, going 1-0 down in this situation, could have capitulated then. We didn't. We came back quick, got the equaliser, went ahead. Then the second equaliser, the 2-2, the Martinez goal, years ago again, could have capitulated and would have capitulated.
Yeah.
Let's be honest there. We didn't. We immediately dust ourselves down and just for the next 25 minutes had them pinned in their box and they were defending for their lives.
Yeah.
But scrappy as well. And Eddie was unlucky because I thought he should obviously the free kick that comes in, bounces off and falls to him. I thought that was his chance and it's gone. Because it was like 83rd or whatever minute it was. But then to keep himself going and get that little flick again, it was only Eddie would have tried to score it the goal like that, just flick an ankle at it and hope for the best.
I'll tell you what, Eddie did really well today. Tom, got to give Tom some credit for that because Tom was like, no, Eddie's good. And whatever was like, no, he's rubbish. Eddie's like, Tom was like, no, Eddie's good. He's going to be good. And I tell you what, he's really stepped up now, hasn't he? I mean, today scoring 2 goals like that.
Well, 6-6 in all comps, so he can't.
Yeah. But, look at his performance today. I mean, getting 2 goals like that, nicking the goals like he does. Just a fantastic performance today. He's his engine. I've never seen someone can just run and keep going until the end of a game like him. He just putting that pressure on those defenders right up until the last minute. Amazing, fantastic performance, absolutely amazing. And no, I'm really impressed with Nketiah. He's really coming through now. He's starting to develop nicely, I think. And it's great to see. And nice to see Russ Morgan's take on the old referee again. Yep, basically, we should have had 3 penalties. I wonder if Russ has ever played football. That's what I want to know. If he's actually ever played football, that might be something.
Cold Assassin says, as a Man United fan, I don't know how to feel with this result. It hurts, but Erik ten Hag has got a team of clowns performing well. So that's the only positive this season. To be honest, the squad he's inherited is doing exceedingly well. Unless we hopefully win the League Cup. I don't know. Newcastle are still in there. I think that's that for Newcastle, personally. You never know. You never know the experience of United and all that. But yeah, what's I say now?
What I wanted to say with United is that I agree. Erik ten Hag is proving himself to be a top level manager. To get this team of United players. Granted, he's brought in 2 or 3 players he wanted, but the rest of the squad that was really dire that none of these other managers have been able to get a tune out of. he's actually started to get them to play well together. He stood up against Cristiano Ronaldo, which was absolutely the right thing to do because he wasn't helping them at all. I think that was a very brave decision of him to do that and do the right thing there. And I think United will be a big rival again for us now. If we keep going, I think they are going to be a huge rival for us because if Ten Hag now gets to rebuild that squad how he wants with players he wants, he's just going to turn that team into a real machine. So it's they're gonna get much better. So it could turn into a great new rivalry again between us, them, both Manchester teams, both the blue and the red. And you got Newcastle coming up. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the Premier League, what happens in the Premier League the next few years when you got the likes of Newcastle coming up. Manchester United will inevitably get better with Ten Hag. You've got City, they're City. You've got Chelsea, who are Chelsea. I mean, if they get it together with a new manager or something like that, there's going to be quite a few teams going for the Premier League.
Hopefully, because again, for the last few years we've been seeing it being duked out between Liverpool and City, but mainly City winning it all the time.
Yeah,
it's a bit, again from a neutral perspective, it gets a bit boring. For this season, it's actually, I know we're involved at the moment, but for neutral, it's got to be exciting to see someone actually pushing City at this point that shouldn't be doing it. Let's be honest, we shouldn't. The squad we have in terms of how young this squad is, the youngest in the league, not really been in a title race before, let alone in the Premier League, going toe to toe against Man City with the Haalands and all that of this world, and the Gundogan, De Bruyne, and we're making them work for it to the point where we're in January. We're just hitting mid-January now, and Pep's already playing mind games, having these usual dig at the fans, saying the players aren't hungry enough, and the Arsenal fans are, and the Arsenal players are hungry. They want to be part of something historic. You've vet of someone when they're playing mind games this early. That's what Ferguson always used to do as well. And again, I was out as an Arsenal fan. I'm loving it. I'm just sitting there going, like I said to Tom Allstream, all these media outlets, the Gary Nevilles and the Talk Sports of this world, all they're gonna fall off. It's all for City overtaken, get it eventually. And was it last week? Gary Neville going, Arsenal finished third and things like. I'm just here. I'm just here. Yeah, it irritates me. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, okay. Keep underestimating us. We've done so well so far by you doing that. We'll keep going under the radar. And if we do win the league this season by 10 clear points, you're still slagging us off. I don't care because we've got the trophy in our hands.
And it's a statement win today, really.
But so at the blue, no pun intended, but it's so at the blue that we've come out like we have done this season, the bit between our teeth, and we are going for it.
Yeah, and it's today was a statement win because
huge statement
because United in the form they were in, and they were also the only team that's beaten us so far this season, right? So they had that psychological edge as well by being the only team that's beaten us, and I think everyone was expecting them to maybe come to the Emirates and maybe get at least a point or maybe even all three. And here's Gary. Here he is. Yes,
we're all coming in now, aren't we?
Yes.
Hello. I'm sorry. I couldn't watch this thing live. I was in the car listening to it for I was in the car for 2 hours, basically. And so I just listened to it on Arsenal.com, and it was like I was there. I just couldn't talk to anybody for 2 hours. But I had to just listen to it, and I was stressing. I was driving, but I was stressing. I was like,
did you
you know what? As I said this to Matt. I just jumped on his channel real quick. We dominated the game. We played our game.
Yeah.
They weren't getting anything that they wanted to do, and that's kind of how we play, right? I mean, we should have scored more, of course, but we'll take the win. We'll take in the 3 points. We're holding on to the 3 points. But listening to the game, they had no answers for Saka. Definitely no answers for Erdegaard. Martinelli's going to get there. He'll get there to where he'd be consistently a threat, right? And Trossard coming in, that's what we wanted to see, right? Him come in and help clean up when we needed it. And it worked. I haven't seen that goal yet, but I know his name was mentioned in the build up to that goal. So there you go.
I've got a quick question for you, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Quick question for you. Will there be a live episode of The Trip tomorrow night?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, we'll be on.
Yeah, we'll be on. Of course there is.
There's always, definitely. It doesn't matter. Rain, sleet, snow, right. We'll be on. We'll be chatting it up. Get to absorb all of this. And you know what? City put pressure on us. The world put pressure on us. And guess what? We keep passing tests, right? Keep passing tests. Number 19 tests we've passed. We got 19 more to go. Yeah. You know what? The refereeing decisions, we're never gonna get those, so I'm not too upset about that. You didn't know it was gonna happen, right? The fact that McTominay was gonna play, I was like, damn. He's got.
There was nothing wrong today.
Yeah. No, I think when listening to Perry Groves and them on Arsenal.com, they were like 3 fouls on Saka, and they still didn't get a yellow. Same player.
Yeah, I mean.
No, I hear what you're saying, but you know what?
1 or 2 more yellow cards.
Yeah, but that slows them up, right? That makes it easy for them to defend us.
But there was nothing really over the top wrong today, and there was no penalties today. None of them were real penalties. Yeah. If you think of penalties, you just got to wake up and wobble your head.
Yeah.
I love Russ though, because the guy's obviously never played football in his life.
Oh,
you must have been the last one on the playground. You went and played tennis instead.
Oh,
Russ, come on!
Russ.
Oh no!
I love Russ. He's great.
He can't have played football though, because he thinks
Sam is out here like
he thinks every free kicks.
Don't try to run for me.
He thinks yellow card, and he thinks every touch in the box is a penalty.
What I would like to say though, Did you go onto the website www.tomcalledit.com or
I haven't heard of that
site.
Website.
Did you go
I've never heard of that site. Anybody heard of that site?
I literally called the outcome of the contest from start to finish.
Yeah, but you did. Oh, you did.
I don't touch those.
Did I win my money?
I don't touch those websites. They're full of.
Well, that one's a little shady because there's a lot of pop-ups that come up, and you got to be careful.
But yeah, Mark won a lot of money.
My official pick was Bruno to score first. However, I did say, and Lolo confirmed it. I did say, but you could also do it with Rashford, like split your money between the two. And Mark basically did both.
Covering all your covering all your edges.
I betted $1. Guess what the return on investment was?
What?
Go on.
Nothing.
492.
Wow, well done.
Correct score. Eddie Nketiah, last goal scorer. Bukayo Saka with a goal. Martin Odegaard with an assist.
So cool.
There you go.
Fair play to you.
Ouch! I looked at my account
tonight. Chips and gravy.
There you go. We're getting.
Did you do the 3-2 correct score?
I did the correct score. Yes.
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 My favorite beer is John Smith's.
I didn't do your. I think your bet was Bruno was going to score.
Yeah.
So I did that one too, but I really hated doing it because I don't want to give them any credit for anything. So that's why I went with the other. I did another bet where it was just everything Arsenal. So I went there. You gave me the setup, but
but the 3-2 was what bumped that to big cash.
Yes. I didn't even think of that. Wow, that's a good bet. I should have bet more, right? But you know.
Well done. 92 schmackaroos.
There you go.
I'm glad everyone won money off something I suggested. I'm so
There you
pleased.
go.
I'm so pleased. I'm pleased
There
for
you
you all.
go.
How many attempts did that take?
Tom didn't bet any money, of course.
I didn't do it. I have no faith in my own picks, but they have faith in my picks. And that's the main thing.
Says this, come Friday, you'll be back on there suggesting a bet and you actually bet on it and it won't come in this time.
Yeah, don't listen to Tom. Don't listen to Tom.
Hey, the law of averages is that I've now got about 2 years worth of pound bets from Gary before I start owning money again.
That is true. I'm only doing $1. I don't like to. But that was
Stan the man. He literally said we should start working out how much money that I'm up or down on it. I'd be up by a fucking lot today.
Today, yeah.
My language, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? That's even makes my day even. That's wow. I could cover my next ticket to a match at Arsenal if I ever make it back when I make it back there. So there you go.
Gary's swimming in money now.
That's funny. I look at my account and I'm like, whoa, I won something big. Wow. There you go.
Gary, when are you coming back?
I want to come. I'll definitely come back before the season's out. Let's just say that. Yeah. So I was going to come back in a couple of weeks, but that's probably going to be a little tough. So probably like April, May. So towards the end.
Okay.
So it'll be a lot warmer then.
Yeah. Might have something to celebrate becoming May.
Yeah. So that's my thought. So yeah. So I'll see what happens there. But no, I listened. Like I said, I didn't get to see it. I listened to it. The game's playing right now on my computer, but I don't know what you guys think, but I think we played our style. They had to buckle to us, I believe. And if they tried to open up, I think we just punished them. So they actually took advantage of the opportunities they got. I believe we should have scored more based on what I heard.
For the majority of the game, we did have all the ball. It's just as the rest of the goal came from a mistake in midfield, like back to all over the place, and no one closing down.
Yeah.
He then scores, and then obviously the equaliser, Martinez's goal, again, Ramsdale mistake. You don't really see them this season, but this upset me at the time during the game because I was like, what are you doing? Just punch at you, and we do. But again, even in that, it was like, okay, the fans are getting it behind us, so we're going to go, okay, boom. And just literally went, okay, here's where we're going to control for the next 25 minutes. If you get past us, good luck. But we are going to make you absolutely work. If you're going to get something from us, you're going to work for it. And then he was just there at the end, flipped it, and
every time I heard them say Saka with the ball, it was in the penalty spot. Every time it seemed like time he had the ball, he was in a penalty spot every time. You know,
he was in the
I
box
just want him to shoot more, right? Is it me or does he?
He did shoot and score. He had a great goal.
More, I mean,
more.
Well, he did shoot quite a few times, but he kept hitting Fat Shaw.
Yeah,
Fatty Shaw. He kept hitting him all the time.
But as I said, I was saying it in the game, but when he gets the ball for the goal, he comes in from his natural, cuts inside, gets a few yards of space, and gets a shot off. And he did it again. The thing is, he did do it again at 2-2. And the only thing is, this time it hit off the post, but it hit the post.
Yeah, it hit the post, didn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's getting more confident.
United did have a few dangerous attacks, but we were good at stopping them. But they did press us a bit here and there. But no, we were in control.
Yeah,
and we definitely were the far better team, and we were so good going from box to box.
Yeah.
But as soon as we got inside that box, it was difficult for us to, make the right decision, which we.
I think we wait too long. Like when we get into that attacking area, we kind of wait for something else to happen as opposed to just make it happen. You know what I mean? Just take the shot or, something a little bit forward. We kind of hesitate and just
We tried to elaborate things. Yeah, we tried to do cutbacks and try to make one or two extra passes. It's we should be a bit more decisive there.
A bit like the early Emirates here under Wenger, where he sort of tried walking the ball in the net sometimes too.
Oh God, that was so annoying.
It was nice when it happened, but the other team decided to put like 10 players in there, and it's like it's not going to happen anymore.
And I'll say this: I know we didn't see much of him today. Obviously, new signing Trossard, but for the 10 minutes we did see of him. Good to see what we got. Looked
He
good.
looked very good.
Didn't look
Very
didn't look like
slick. He looked very slick.
Didn't look like he had just arrived. Basically, like he just
I-
like
this is probably a bad take or it's not, but I just when the game was getting late, I was like, do we bring Trossard on and take Nketiah off just to so that because I know those three players can all interchange, giving us a little bit more space, whereas Nketiah is going to be stuck in the middle. You know, if that's Jesus, we just kind of all three players can switch. No, he did good. I'm not saying that.
No.
But I'm just
didn't take any off.
yeah. I was just thinking that in the car because I was like, you know, we're getting the ball in the box all the time. We need something different. You know, what if it's Martinelli in the middle there, switching things up a little bit, just to, because we were dominating. I mean, what the world? I just saw the shot from Rashford. Wow, what? How do we give that up?
Partey was sloppy. Got past the ball, straight to one of their players, and he played it through to Rashford, who dinked it past. Dinked it past. Was it Saliba? I can't remember now, but
I remember
Gabriel was in front of him.
Was it Gabriel? I can't remember. But he got it past someone, and then he just opened up and shot. It was a good goal. It was a very good goal.
Oh no!
Rashford was the player I was worried about today.
Partey lost the ball.
He was. I heard his name at least 3 or 4 times, and each time it looked like he was threatening us, and we had no answers for him on that side of the pitch. I think it was the left side, right? That would be Zinchenko, I think, or is it White? I can't remember.
Tonight?
Yeah, I think there is. There's other games on. There's a few other games.
What time's that on?
Have a look now for you. One sec.
And the best thing is, Leeds were so generous that we knew you, obviously, because I knew you were going to win 3-2. So Leeds knew you were going to win 3-2. So we played out a goalless draw, so you'd get more time on Match of the Day too.
It's all worked out brilliantly.
It is
gave you less time on Match of the Day.
Watching Arsenal games,
No, 10:30.
We'll get like 2 minutes. We'll get 2 minutes, but then they'll go like,
here's
the real game of the day where stuff happens.
BBC One.
It's usually BBC. Oh, it's on BBC One now. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So if Ramsdale doesn't come off his line, he gets there, huh? Oof.
Well, it's not just that he was exposing that because obviously.
No. I'm just like the fault starts when Partey doesn't put that ball doesn't make a good pass at all. I don't know who he kicked that blindly, right, and just hit the United player right there. So, wow. Well, like I said, I think they weren't going to get anything on a build-up as much as we were because we definitely controlled this match. So
and it was clear as well because you'll see it as it plays out on your end, Gary, as you watch the game now. But the second it went 2-2. Ten Hag takes off. Who did he take off? Anthony took off Anthony for Fred. So straight away you knew he wanted to protect what he had, the point at the very least. And it sort of played into our hands. We was like, okay, we've got all the attackers, we've got players coming off the bench. You're away from home. You're feeding into the best team in the league currently, into their core strength. You're letting them come at you, and obviously Ten Hag he'll learn from that. Obviously, he won't be that. I can understand. One sense I can understand because you want to contain them for straight, but also you don't want to drop the points. So I get that.
Arteta made a halftime sub, right?
Yeah, Ben White. That's a bit.
I
get it. I totally get it because Ben White first half. I think Sam and everyone in the chat agree. He was like, I don't know what it was. He just weren't with it today. At one point in the first half, he had the ball in the middle of the park, passed it to a United player. He just wasn't tracking back.
He was a bit. He was a step behind today a little bit, and he got that early yellow card, and that was it. He was worried about him getting a red card basically because he was a step behind. He was struggling with Rashford today. Let's put it that way.
I think everybody would be, right. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's not. That's not uncommon.
Well, Tommy Asu didn't do a great job with Rashford either, to be honest. Tommy Asu came on and did a worse job, to be honest. But at least he did what he had to do.
Yeah, it's true. But at least I said at half time as a substitute made. I'm thinking, you know what? one of the main critiques we have about Arteta is he's never proactive most of the time when it comes to subs. He always waits like 60, 70 minutes to make the first sub. For once, he was actually, no, we're going to do it at half time and try and contain Vashta, but also get control of this game properly.
Yeah,
get the win.
No, you're right.
So Tommy Ashley wasn't the best. Again, he don't know what's happening to Tommy Ashley, but it doesn't look good. Good to see our new defender there as well. He was there. Well, about to be our new defender.
His medical and everything's set, right? He just has to be announced.
He was at the game. He was at the game with his other half, I'm assuming. That's who's next to him. So, yeah, he must be all but done. As in, not
officially. Be officially announced, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's got to be that'll probably announced in the morning, so fans can celebrate this result now. Then wake up in the morning, nice new signing again, and we move on. Hopefully to Real Madrid and their little midfielder that we're looking at.
Is that Fresneda? Because it's Fresneda.
Camavinga, the way we pronounce his name.
Camavinga.
I thought also Fresneda didn't even play because they're in talks as well.
There's Sociedad or whatever you pronounce them. Looking at him as well as a right back option as well, because Cedric's on his way out to Fulham. And good luck to him, obviously.
All right, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off as well. Head over to Ray's channel.
I've got a dinner to cook for my brother as well while celebrating this. But thankfully, in one sense, with the result, obviously it's carried over a bit longer this stream because the women's game got called off, postponed for, I'm assuming, the frozen pitch. They couldn't get over in Crawley. So thanks, Crawley, for that one in one sense. But in another sense, it's like you bastards. Especially United won, the women's team won, for God's sake. But at least he actually didn't go ahead in 10 minutes in. They're actually going to call a game off now, like they did with Chelsea earlier. That was a laugh. But thanks to
I felt more excited that Eddie got the winning goal than you were.
Did you hear me? The third goal, I'll admit, I was holding back. I celebrated, like yes, but at the same time thinking,
because you knew it might be chalked off.
From the angle they gave us from the live feed, it was like it could be offside. So I'm like yes, but I don't want to over celebrate because if I over celebrate, it gets cancelled. I look like a mug. So I waited, and then I celebrated.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Once I realised there was no offside, it was worth the wait anyway. And what I'm liking is obviously Zinchenko again. What was it in the when the third goal was actually given, and eventually, even before it was officially given from VAR's check, he's there in the crowd giving it some. He's on the middle of the pitch looking at the crowd giving it some.
Yeah,
I think I seen a video the other day before we wrapped things up. Or was it that Man City guy? I can't remember his name. Boovy, or whatever his name is. Boovy. Rory Jennings, a Chelsea fan, and Adam McCullough, whatever his name is, the Man United fan.
Oh, the posh lad.
And the posh guy, yeah. And basically, Roy pipes up again because they're talking about, do you miss Sterling, Zinchenko, Jesus, what they give to you, this, that, and the other. And Roy just pipes up and goes, you know what you've done? You know what you've actually done? You were that arrogant about yourselves. You didn't see anyone as a rival. You went, there you go. Chelsea wants Sterling? There you go, no problem. Or you want Zinchenko and Jesus? Yeah, no problem. It's come back and bit you in the arse because Arsenal are now 5 points clear.
Yeah.
I was like, pretty much, yeah. But they might not learn. How ironic would it be that obviously Arsenal win the league and they brought Haaland in, even though they brought him in to win the Champions League. They bring him in, they don't win the Champions League, and they don't win the league, and we win the league. I'll be rubbing it in something when it comes May. I'll be 34 by then, but somebody actually lift the trophy, but I don't care. I will rub it in like you would not believe.
Yeah.
I'm like, underestimate as I will. We've had to wait 19 years. You gave it to us, and we're not fully give it to us, but you added a few little winners into our squad. So thank you for that, Man City.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Cool. Good news as well. Apparently, there's in terms of Jesus, it could be back for either around the Man City game or just after, one of the two. They're not sure. There's no set date in place, but it does look good that he's now kicking the ball properly in his training. So that's good news.
Oh, that's going very well.
So that's fantastic news.
Cool.
Very well.
But with that, we are good about things. I want to say, obviously, thanks to Gary and Sam for popping in after the game and giving their thoughts on what happened and all that. Everyone in the chat, everyone that's been in it from the get-go, thanks. And obviously throughout this coming in and out, massive thanks. Obviously keeping us going as well, keeping the chat going, keeping the flow going, and obviously me popping off, keeping Tom company as well. Whilst I popped off and cooking dinner and things like that. And obviously, yeah, Tom as well. Obviously, at the last minute today, came in, went to London. Absolutely, he put a shift in today. Went into North London. You got a scarf and
I went to the Emirates.
Went to the
Oh, you did. So Big Stunner got you. He got you, huh?
Yeah.
Did you go see
I
BX?
got his. No, I got. I don't know if it's up there. I went to the I took that while I was at the Emirates.
Nice.
Obviously,
Right,
you know what your stadium looks like, obviously. But yeah, I got him the match program for today.
Right.
Yeah.
Although I'm considering keeping it for myself now. I'm not going to do that to BX. I mean,
you can always pop down and buy one in the morning.
That's true. That's true. But it was in the back of my mind all yesterday evening. I thought, no, because if I don't get the stuff that BX asked for, he might secretly be crushed by it. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'll go down to the Emirates, and then I realised, oh fuck, that's like a 2-hour trip, like there and back sort of thing. It's like 45 minutes there, 45 back on the trip. The worst part of the journey is like half of it you're underground, like, and there's no phone signal, so I couldn't even really play the games on my phone. So I had to like just like stare at people and see how many I can make uncomfortable. And the answer is all of them.
All of
anyway,
them, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But no,
But now you get to have lunch. Now you get to have lunch at the Shard, though, don't you?
It's funny you should mention that. I love to lunch at the Shard, and now I can definitely lunch at the Shard because I know that I'll just make Harry some serious wonga.
Yeah.
But seriously, I'm genuinely. I've said it before. I'm thrilled you won, but I'm more thrilled you won in the way that I said you'd win.
Oh dear. And
I'm
we're
not
thrilled
being
for you as
selfish,
well.
but I am. Yeah, I'm being 100% selfish. If you'd have won 1-0 and it'd been a goal by Odegaard, I'd have been like, all right, well done, you won. Like, you can take your dinner, you can shove it. Yeah, like I'm trying to remember the line from the episode of Come Dine With Me where the guy gets really upset that he didn't win and then he kicks them all out of his house.
Are you happy with yourself? That was it. Are you happy with yourself? Are you pleased with yourself?
Yeah,
You've ruined my night.
I can't remember what he exactly says, but it's really cutting and
It's
biting.
basically along the lines of
But he said that.
As he's reading the results, he realises he's won. This person, he was hosting that night. Obviously, he's like, "Are you happy with yourself?" And they're all like, like little kids. He's like, "So I'm hosting tonight. You've ruined my night, and you've gone and fucking well. Hope you love it. Hope it's worth it. There's your 100. You won. Well done." And walks out. Oh dear.
I'm gonna Google it. I've got to try and read it out verbatim.
Where's the scarf, by the way, for BX? You got the scarf in as well, didn't you?
Yes, I got him the half and half scarf that he wanted so badly.
Did you? How did you do that without touching the other side of the scarf? Like, is that like burn?
No. We established this. I asked the gentleman running the stall quite clearly. I went, "Can you fold it and hand it to me in such a way that I'm not touching anything to do with that team?" And then I also wrapped it around the program, so I'll only touch the Arsenal parts. So bonus.
Cool.
I'll find the rant.
Well, he's gone again. Anyway, I've got to head off. Anyway, I'm gonna go over to
me
the
too.
channel now. So
I thought we were done, but it sounds like he wants to hold on.
Well, he's gone off again now. Anyway, all right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Yeah.
See you. All right, Mr. Tom. I'll see you. Ryan, we're gonna head out. We gotta go.
Yeah, no worries. I'm about things up, but obviously, thanks guys for coming along, and we'll see you on the other side, guys.
I'm gonna bring it to the road trip anyway. So, yeah.
You might as well say it now. Go on.
Oh, dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane. You ruined my night completely so you could have the money. But I hope now you could spend it on getting some lessons in grace and decorum because you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres. So, Jane, take your money and get off my property.
I just remember literally seeing. remember seeing the clip, and he does that. He literally turns around and walks out the room, and there's just the three of them just there like little kids, like. Oh dear. But yeah, we are going to wrap up. I'm going to watch the rest of this, the end of this, the pundit side of things with Sesk and all that. And yeah, I'll enjoy the rest of my night. Obviously, Tom, see you on the other side. See you for the week on Go.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you, thank you to your audience for tolerating a non-Arsenal fan on a Arsenal watch-along.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back next Friday for the FA Cup and all that as well, as it's the FA Cup. You're more than welcome to come back. If it's 8 o'clock kickoff on Friday, there's obviously plenty of time to organise it, but yeah, the offer's there.
Of course.
Liam will be joining us, I'm assuming, because it's away as well, so he should be able to join us on that. I double check, obviously, don't want to completely assume. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side. Everyone, I say thanks to everyone in the chat, guys. Obviously, Tom persisting, coming in at the last minute and being basically my support system today, guiding me through that 90 minutes of what was in the end glorious emotion. Yeah, as I say, we'll be back tomorrow in terms of the podcast for the reaction to this game with myself and a couple of the guys. As always, to sort of get confirmation from them officially. It'll be around 8 o'clock UK time for that. Obviously, Gary will be doing his thing on his channel around 11:30, 12:30, I think it is, on a Monday. With obviously Tom and a few of the other guys as well, obviously giving their reaction to this game as well. So go and check that out as well. And then trying to think, I don't know if there's any games during the midweek, and in terms of Arsenal related, in terms of women's game, I'll double check that now before we go. Just to double check, because obviously our game was postponed because of the frozen pitch in Crawley. Got to say, you had one job Crawley today. But in one sense, it's a positive because you've overlapped. So in one sense, it's like, okay, cool. Take it for what it is.
I believe Chelsea got called off as well.
That game got started as well. That was like 7 minutes into the game. They stopped it. Is it Thursday? Thursday, or back on Thursday for the women's game. Arsenal women versus Aston Villa at home in the FA WSL Continental Tires Cup, so the League Cup, basically. The women's version of that.
Why not? Why not watch it? Why not?
I'll be back. I'll be on for that on Thursday. So yeah, tomorrow podcast, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Back on Thursday for the women. Then the FA Cup on the Friday. Match of the day, possibly depending on how many games are on trying to think on Saturday. Are you playing Saturday or Sunday, Deeds? Because obviously you got through in the end.
We are playing Saturday. The issue is because the replay for Accrington, Stanley, and Bournemouth was meant to happen last week. It got postponed. So they're playing it this week. I think it's Wednesday. So we don't actually know we're playing until Wednesday. But they're still playing a match on Saturday. So whoever wins has 4 days to prepare for Leeds rolling into town. And we are rolling into town.
Well, hopefully this time if you do score 5 or more goals, don't concede any more goals. Don't concede goals. Actually keep a clean sheet.
Dude, I don't think we've ever beat a team from a league below us for about 15 years or something. I mean, the last non-league team we played beat us.
Yes, was it Sutton United, wasn't it, back in the day?
We lost to Sutton. We lost to Histon.
Histon, that was another
Histon
one.
Beat us. A postman scored to knock us out. Postman Pat beat us.
Oh,
it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And I'll never talk about it like, how dare they? They deserve to win on the day.
They were the better team, I remember now.
I have no excuses. There was no fluke on their part. On the 90 minutes, Histon deserved to beat Leeds United. And that was it. Postman Pat had his day.
No, that's a magic of the cup. That's no worries. That's a magic of the FA Cup anyway. It always happens every now and then. Back in the day after Wrexham and back things like that. But yeah, as I say, so yeah, back tomorrow night and then on Thursday, Friday, and over the weekend we'll see how it plays out. Depending how Friday night goes for us, really. Yeah, so obviously, if you haven't already subscribed, do smash that like button, do share the content around. It does massively help. The more you like and share, YouTube see it and they promote them within themselves as well by the algorithm. And if you want to become a member, details at the bottom. Obviously, go on the browser. It gives you all the options. You've got 2 options: 99p, £2.99. it's a thing where it's a month by month. You can stop at any time because there's a cost of living crisis. So I understand you need to step away for a bit and things like that. But yeah, and amongst all that, I do actually need to sort out for the membership side of things, the emojis and all that, so you guys can interact in the chat using it. They're using sort of things that are unique to members only. Aside from that, I'll see you on the other side. And as always, we are top of the league. I said we are top of the league.